Hello and welcome everybody, it's your boy Logic and we're here back with a King of the Hill. So we're going to be starting off with Davina up against Hayden and the winner will stay on. How are we all doing everybody? I will explain something in a minute as to why we started a little bit late today. But first off, we are here and we have started. Hayden, pick and ban to please. Unless they've already done it. Let me double check. No, this one they haven't. So Hayden will start and he'll pick a faction and then ban two, and then Davina gets to get her pick when it will stay on. It's your boy indeed. I pick Wood Elves. Okay, yep, interesting. I think Wood Elves is a pretty nice faction in general. Ban vampires and greenskins. I kind of like Wood Elves into greenskins. But looks like the vampire... Which vampires? Apologies, hay fever is killing me. What's up with your eyes, dude? Did someone make you cry? Yeah, just kicking me in the face, allergies. Now that's very interesting. So actually, Wood Elf's best matchup is against vampire counts, but he's gonna ban vampire counts. Maybe Hayden hasn't played that matchup so much, but it's indeed. Oh, actually, whilst we're here, here we go. Welcome, Cypher, to the new... You're going to be the newest moderator here in the series. So, welcome to the moderator crew, Mr. Cypher. Alright. 2K for fun. Awesome. Awesome. So, yeah, there's lots of stuff we can do here. So, one thing we're just going to say whilst we start here, and it's something I want to go on forward throughout the rest of this channel. There is something that happened that was no problem, Cypher. Thank you very much for your constant support. And, you know, you're here most live streams. You're an awesome guy, so it's nice to have you here as a... Yes, I just put you in with the ultimate power, sir. It does. One thing I very quickly want to say here, and something that I'd like for everybody to know going forward here, no matter what channel you're watching on, impersonating people online or in real life, I believe actually technically if you try and fully impersonate somebody as if you are that person is actually illegal, I believe. I think it's fully illegal, but you're doing it here online as well, trying to be somebody else that you are not, is just not acceptable by me and by any standard for anyone that does any sort of casting. Now, there was an incident that happened very recently where someone was trying to be somebody else, and it is just not acceptable. The reason is because if you say something perhaps that maybe you might say something that other person might not want you to say to somebody else, or in a scenario that people might believe that it is actually that person. So, for example, if someone said something as if they were me to Ducky, they might upset Ducky. They might make Ducky think that I upset him, right? They might tell Ducky to F off or something. Ducky might get upset. But I didn't say that. Somebody else said that, and Ducky might have thought it was me. So it's a bit hard to explain, but essentially it's not acceptable, and please don't do it ever on the future here. So just remember going forward that is just not okay. So please don't impersonate anybody else online. Just be yourself and... Just sit here and enjoy the content, hopefully. But that scenario has been dealt with now, so we're going to move on from that, and we're not going to discuss it, and we're just going to focus on today's live stream. I probably have in the past, but not played too long. Oh, okay. It's an interesting one between the two of them. You obviously got lots of range here for the Bony Boys up against the Wood Elves. You obviously have good fire options as well, and they're going to have options to fire magic, so that's also a good one there against the Wood Elves. But they certainly... I don't know what you'd bring here in this matchup. I really don't. It's not something I would know very well. Maybe lots of chariots, maybe some skirmish cavalry, but even then they struggle up against the Wood Elves. They have the same range and they're slower, so yeah. We're going to see a full War Dancer rush, or just a 20 stack. Yeah, I think so. I think the way for the Wood Elves to do this is just go full stack rush. It's pretty standard. And the way for the Davina to do it is go pretty wide, lots of range, and I think your Shopti are pretty good in this matchup. These Shopti great bows do very well here for sure. I have lots of things on Discord. Well, let me check Discord very quickly. Alright, so that's Discord checked, and we're back in. I hear lots of cab and chariots run over elves pretty easily. Not that I've ever experienced it. Yeah, I think here going... I think... Here particularly, I think chariots will do pretty well taking down backline range. They're also very susceptible to getting shot. They've got very cheap cavalry options here, which I think Davina would be, yeah, probably advised to use. Like cheap horsemen, very good there. You know, they've only got 20 armor and bronze shield, but they're so cheap. You can just ram them straight into range, and you kind of don't care because the value there is you're gonna do some good damage up against that range, and you're just gonna stop it for a while. So that's pretty good. No, that is true as well, Cypher. That is true as well. But obviously, if you go wide here, you can whack around the flanks and, you know, sort of like the Dwarf Warrior approach. Just go lots of miners with blasting charges, lots of Dwarf Warriors, and trying to overwhelm your opponent. Apologies. God damn. What is wrong with me today? If it's not hay fever, I've got some sort of digestion problem. I'm all over the place. But yes, going forward here, I think wide is where the Toon Kings need to go. And I think if a rush here is probably what you're expecting from the Wood Elves, for sure. Yes, I got all your stuff, CJ. Thank you very much. We'll talk about that later. All right, good luck, have fun, awesome. Let's do this. We're gonna be playing on Oakenhammer for the first one, so it should be pretty fun here between Davina and Hayden. Hey, Logic. How's crew? How's everyone? Everyone's good, I hope. Yes, we're all good here, Mr. Krell. Hope you're doing very well, buddy. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Yeah, apart from hay fever kicking my butt, and I just seem to be, in general, a little bit running down. But apart from that, all good, all happy to go. All happy to go. Now, we got some to be determined coming forward this week here on the Discord. If you go there onto my Discord, you should be able to see quite a few, sorry, brain and fart come to mind. If you go into the stream timetable on my Discord, it will say that obviously yesterday was the Come At Me Bro, today was the King of the Hill. Tomorrow is to be determined. Obviously we have the England game. I think I'll run something early tomorrow. Thursday I'll more than likely do a tournament if Ducky doesn't. If Ducky does, I'll do a video and then I'll support Ducky with his live stream. And then Friday we'll be doing the Battle Mania. So we're doing the Season 4 Week 3. There'll be no stream on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we will be having a stream of some sort. So it should be relatively interesting. So, for the Woodies, or the Wood Elves as most people will call them, we are going to have some Glade Guard, Starfire Shafts. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 units of those. We're also going to have some War Dancers. Very good anti-infantry indeed. We're going to have 4 units of those. And then it looks like we are going to have a Glade Captain. Very fun. Don't normally see a Glade Captain very often. Pretty expensive, but I like the Glade Captain. Going to be here on a Great Stag, which is also super fun. Going to be having the Dance of Loic for that plus 5 melee defense in a large 30-meter radius. And yeah, that's pretty good. Physical resistance and all the other good bits and bobs. Yeah, it should be pretty tanky. Good missile strength, etc. And also here for Durfu, we will be having the Sword of Daith, the Lamentation of Despair, Transmutation of Gadon, Flock of Doom, and Wild Heart. Yeah, pretty good in general. Like this build, pretty fun. Let's do this. So in the sky, we are going to be having the Carrion. Oh, actually, do you know what? As you can see here on the minimap, it doesn't quite show me. I did think that army was a bit small. No, looks like they've been moved. Okay, looks like we're going to have some Hagbane tips, and Hagbane tips. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these off, I think. There we go. Now that's a little bit better. So, yeah, lots of Hagbane tips. 3 over there. And I think they're going to be triple bronze chevron as well. So that should be interesting. Looks like the war dancers have been chevroned as well. In the front, we are going to have some skelly spears and some normal skeleton warriors. Lots of those bad boys. And we're also going to be having some vanguard and skeleton horse archers. We're going to have some carrion, as well as the Nikahara horsemen. A little bit faster here with more armor, so they're pretty good. It looks like we have some Tomb Guard halberds on top of a casket of souls with High Queen Khalida. And we'll get here on her gorgeous snake. Look at this thing. Look at the design on this goddamn snake. It is so fun. But High Queen Khalida here are going to be just doing all of the good bits, good poison attacks, etc. Tomb Strike, as well as Venom Wave. My will be done, as well as Blessing of Asaph and the Curse. Now, for those who don't know, on foot, High Queen Khalida actually has 70 charge, which is the joint top for any foot character in the game, which is really interesting, actually. But second, we'll have Alicia Priest. We'll have Net of Amatok and Shem's Burning Gaze. We'll have the Chosen of the Gods, Ushakti Great Bows. And yeah, it looks like lots of Nikahara Horsemen. Very, very good indeed. Oh my god. Okay, so we're ready to start, and this is going to be interesting. This I am all about. I'm all about this. Davina is ready. Good luck, have fun. This is going to be very painful for the horsemen archers. Indeed. I think a start immediately. I think there's going to be some volleys immediately coming out. Oh, there we go. Some volleys will come out, and a lot of damage there going down on the skeleton horse archers. 15 armor here, 20 armor for the skeleton horse archers, which is you know, outdoing them by a very good 25%. Or should I say, actually, they're only going to have 75% of the armor. So poison arrows are going to be getting shots here into the very nice carrier, and they are going to get slowed down here to a measly 76 speed. Terrible. So, Chosen of the Gods coming forward, they certainly need to shoot this. This is what they need to shoot. Oh, maybe they could shoot Durfu, actually. Maybe, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. They can shoot Durfu, I think. Yeah, so the range just going to be coming into range, yet the target is going to be Durfu. Let's see what sort of damage we're expecting here. So, big shots in the face. That was quite a bit of damage. Now, we didn't see a branch wraith here, so no healing coming through. But we want a Transformation of Godon. Is that Lamentation of Despair going down? I wasn't sure what that was, but it looks like here all 3 of them have bunched up here a little bit, and this is a common problem that I find myself in as well. As look at this bunchy bunch target. This is a disgusting amount of value here. That's going to be 2.4k value just sitting on top of each other there. One very, very nice spell here could certainly ruin the day of the Wood Elves. As you can see here, Glade Captain is going to be shooting here into single models of them. I kind of like to see the Glade Captain get around the back maybe and start shooting into the Leech Priest. Will start dealing here with the Casket of Souls, start just being a pain in the butt if it can. I think there's going to be a spell going down. Is this going to be a Shem's Burning Gaze? Yes, it is. I don't know if that was normal or overcasted. I think that was just a normal Shems. But in the back here, we are going to have the Carrion. They're going to be hopping onto the Glade Rider Starfire shafts. And the Carrion will certainly do some work there indeed. They have pretty high melee defense and good armor piercing in general. So 46 melee defense means they're going to be very difficult to get rid of. They're such a pain in the backside. And it's like here, 3 of the skeleton horse archers are just going to be shooting into the Glade Captain. And so it looks like here, the skeleton horse archers are going to be having negative 15 leadership, so they will be dying there over time. Davina, though, done playing very well. Davina, she's going to be just shooting here into the Glade Captain. Max power super even, but at the front here, it looks like we're going to be having Sword of Daith going down, good damage there, and really getting rid of that armor here for the Skeleton Warriors, just allowing these War Dancers just to chew through this front line. They only have 10 anyway, but just removing it and giving them no armor means you just your full weapon strength just hits through there, and it's just so good. Chosen of the Gods, where are they going to be at? They're going to be in the back here. They are going to be shooting into Durfu. Now, this is a bit of a problem here for Durfu. We are going to get a fair amount of corners. Certainly going to come in this way, but this is what you need the net for. Leech Priest must net, and it must net now. It needs to net this goddamn fair amount of corner. Coming forward is going to be High Queen Khalida. She's probably going to be coming to intercept Durfu. Sounds like Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. But yes, Shifu with a G, that's for sure. There was a net going down here. It's going to be going on the Ferromanticore. Very good stuff there. She's going to be retreating using the Chosen of the Gods. Very good work from Davina. Levitation of Despair here, just ripping through High King Khalida. Tomb Strike going down. And now we're going to be having a duel of the ages. Both of them here are going to be fighting up against each other. It looks like there's going to be all sorts of buffs going here on top of Zerfu. He does fight here up against. Coming in is going to be the Saviour with the Glade Captain. But I don't know if the Glade Captain is actually anti-large armor piercing, so it could really deal some good damage up against High Queen Khalida. She's armor piercing and poison. In comes the Ferromanticore, Tomb Guard Halberds as well to help chew down the Glade Captain to side. But it's like here, it's going to be running with his tail between his legs is going to be Durfu. Any shots here? Can we finish him off? That him dying there could be really crucial here for Davina and the Tomb Kings. It could really help finish out this game. Good quick skeleton horse archers here. Could shoot into the naked war dancers as well. And really take them down. Durfu has gone down. That's such a shame. We're going to be seeing one Manticore summon coming through here, which will be going very, very quickly. And it looks like here, High Queen Khalida did get away, but we have lost the Glade Captain for that trouble. We have lots of Ushoptic Great Bows. They can certainly shoot here into Khalida, into the Glade Captain and finish her off. Once you've lost the Glade Captain, that will be all leadership going down. And it looks like, yeah, unfortunately the Skeleton Archers are going to be slightly in the wrong area, not dealing with the right bits and bobs. But as you can see here, the Nekahara Horsemen doing very well here at the front. Just screening out all kinds of shot. 50 armor, bronze shield, 78 speed. Just being a complete pain in the backside. All of the range here has died from the Wood Elves. And it looks like here it could be a win for the Tomb Kings, I think. Skeleton Horse Archers have found themselves in the front line fighting in melee combat. Very interesting. I think their arrows would suffice quite nicely, but they are going to pin in the War Dancers. Lots of shots are going to be coming out of the Casket of Souls. A little bit of support here for the Casket of Souls would be nice. Balance of Power are going to be heavily shifting now, as they are going to be shooting here into the Glade Rider Hagbane tips, and they're certainly going to be doing some really nice damage there. As you can see, they are going to be shooting in. Yeah, very nice indeed. Very, very nice. As they have broken them. Legion Priest as well coming there on his nice little skelly horseman. I always think they look so goddamn weird, the bony horsemen. But they are going to be chasing here off against the Glade Riders. Got some Nekahara horsemen. 9 of those are left. They're going to be chasing as well. I don't think we've seen Realm of Ushopti so far. I actually don't think we've needed to see one. We might summon one back here, maybe just to deal with the War Dancers. But it looks like here there is going to be Balance of Power, and that should be the end of the game there. We do have some skirmish here from the Glade Riders, but this is just not going to be enough to deal with what's coming forward here. Although we do actually have a unit of the Glade Guard Starfire Shafts left. They do have good armor piercing. It looks like we actually have 2, but one is going to be getting shot here. But in is coming the Leechy Priest if he just stands here. I guess a nice shot down the line. Ooh, that's what they are going to turn. That's a little bit unfortunate. We are going to hit a few models, and that is going to certainly be affecting their leadership there. And that will be breaking those as well. Fantastic. Skeleton Horse Archers can certainly shoot here into the Glade Riders. That was a brilliant volley there coming down the front line. Lots of damage went down there. There was at least 5 to 6, if not 700 damage going there. Another volley coming through. Quite a bit of damage indeed. That was about 400 damage there from 2700. Starfire Shafts are going to be shooting as well. Yeah, just a bit of micro here from Davina, back and forward, just moving around. Obviously going to be towards the end of their range there. Shots are going to be coming in the front on the Glade Rider Hagbane tips. Skeleton Horse Archers should be shooting here against the War Dancers. It looks like the Shadows Coil is going to go down. That increases their melee defense, but reduces their melee attack, which is always a very interesting ability. I've never really quite understood that. Obviously, if you want to hold, it's very, very good if you want to hold the infantry front line, but otherwise, it never really makes sense to me why you would use it. Like, you just, they're an aggressive unit, right? They're very aggressive, anti-infantry, very quick, very fast, getting in the back line, shutting down, not much armor. You don't really want them to be holding too much. Starfire Shaft's going to be shooting here, just really destroying the Ushopti Great Bow. 9 models still, though. They're going to be at 3,100 HP. They should be able to push through the back here, shut down the Glade Guard Starfire Shafts. No poison here, so they'll be able to pop through pretty quickly. We only have 36 speed up against 54, so they'll catch pretty quickly, also including charge. In come the Chosen of the Gods, and they're certainly going to be getting their bows here, wrapping them around the skulls of the Glade Guard Starfire Shafts. They are going to be fighting. There is going to be a spell here. Is it going to be a net going down, maybe? It is going to be a net, and there we go. They're going to clean up crew pretty quickly here. And we are going to be having the Glade Rider Hyperpain tips, trying to get through and do the damage they can. If you are the Lychee Priest, if you are able to flank around and get a nice shot here down the line, that would have been super gorgeous. Skeleton Horse Archers have shattered the War Dancers, and that is going to be balance of power. And a very good game here from Davina. Fantastic stuff. She will be going up 1-0. Alright, so for Davina, 900 for the High Queen. We got 300 as well for the Lychee Priest. 150, 80, 120, 113 and 150 for the Spearman in the front. For the Tomb Guard Halberds, 540, 160, 650 and 430 for the Nekahara Horsemen. 250, 900 and 435 for the Skeleton Horses as well. 160 and 212 for the Carrion, with 3,150 for the Chosen of the Gods, with 1,700 for the Casket of Souls. I didn't see the other side. Sorry, that's my bad. Far too eager there, far too eager. But GG's well played indeed. Alright, so we should be getting Tank in now. Is it Tank or is it Krell? I think it might be Krell. Let me have a look. I believe it is Krell. Yes, Krell Metal, you are up. We will play on Karak Ungor. Quite the nice map. You'll do well, buddy. You'll do well. Apologies there. Right, give me just a second. Let me sort myself out while we get Krell Metal in. Alrighty, so confidence is key. Go down back in 3 minutes 30, not including a loading time. Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, we'll get Krell Metal up here whilst we're waiting. We'll put on a very, very nice picture as well for you guys. Let's get these two up from yesterday. Really nice from, who did they come in from? They came from Hammond. Yes, they came from Hammond. Very nice from Hammond. I like these pictures. I really like the, I really, really like Thoric. He looks super, super cool. So what are you guys thinking about the new DLC? So obviously got the Silence and the Fury, and we also have the FLCs. What are you guys thinking about all of that good stuff? Do you have any questions? Tell me some of your thoughts. And what would you like to see also coming forward here for the rest of Total Warhammer 2? The thing I'm hyped about are the patch notes. So there are going to be some changes. By the way, did you see my question? So, Tank, you are playing the winner of this map, buddy. So once this one is done, I believe you are playing. Let me pin this so you guys can see. Yes, we'll pin that. It's on my main Discord there, so it's pinned so you guys can see who you're playing there. I'll remove the last one that we played yesterday. So there we go. So it's going to be Krell, and then the winner between these two will play up against VM Tank. Then we'll be having Mr. VM Caradoc, the BBB Zypher, and we'll be having the Son of the Mountains Grombrindle, as well as lovely Benji. We'll get Benji in here as well, and then we'll also be having Deadly Bunnies. Deadly Bunnies, perfect. There we are. We are sorted now on the Discord. Hello, Hank. How are we, buddy? How are you doing? I hope you're really well. Yes, so that is Tank there. So who said? So who play now? That is Tank indeed. The awesome man himself. Don't worry, Benji. Logic is still stuck in his Belegar campaign. I blocked every Warhammer 2 YouTuber to not get spoiler over 3. Oh, if you don't want to see a single thing, Benji, I will say absolutely nothing then. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, I will say nothing. Hello, Grombrindle. How are we? How are we, buddy? I hope you're well. Grombrindle, you'll be up very, very soon. So Davina now is to pick one that is not TK. She's already been TK now, and then she's to ban 2, which should be pretty fun. I believe he means spoilers regarding campaign and not multiplayer. Okie dokie. So I'll say nothing about the campaign in general, but I'll tell you what, Mr. Benji, as well as everybody else in chat, I will be doing a campaign. So which one would you like to watch and why? Now, obviously, I am the Dowie main, so obviously having the Dowie one for me would make sense, because I imagine that's what a lot of you might want to watch, but maybe you want to watch the Beastmen from me, maybe you want to watch the new Exotic campaign. What are you guys thinking? I'll probably be doing it on Legendary difficulty, going straight in there, 100%, no messing around. But, yeah. I do not have early access, unfortunately. For me to get early access, I would need a minimum of 800 subscribers. I wish I did. So obviously Ducky got his yesterday. He got some early access. I've actually done a TK Legendary stream, Mr. Bunnies. I actually have. It was my least popular one. I mean, I'd do it again if people wanted it. Like, I wouldn't mind. If people wanted a live stream. So the thing here for me, guys, if you want to help me get towards early access, I need to probably get an absolute minimum of 800 subscribers, an absolute minimum. I think they did move the barrier up to 1,000, but I might be able to suggest and persuade my way at 800, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. We'll have to see. But then, if I get my way up to that sort of level, I'll be able to give you guys early access content. I would really like to get that. I mean, I haven't really said this on live stream, but just steal Ducky's PC. I mean, I could do. He's at work right now. But if you, my target is to. I would really love to. I would really love to get that before Warhammer 3. I'd love to become a partner with CA, and I'd love to become a partner here with YouTube before Warhammer 3. So that would be a nice goal for me, I think. To to get it in there, get it approved, get it all sorted, so that I can give you guys lots of Total War Warhammer 3 early access content. Say no more logic. On my way to make 500 accounts. I love it. I love it. Alright, so it looks like here where I go Wood Elves, ban High Elves and Skaven. She's going to ban to Skaven. Interesting there was no Bretonia ban. I think Bretonia is their #1 counter. But obviously you'd have to be a good Bretonian player to sort of pull it off as well. But I think Bretonia is their #1 counter. For sure. Lizardmen could be interesting. Lizardmen's a good counter as well, so if you play it correctly, it can go quite nicely. This generally ends up being a bit of a ranged battle, but could be quite interesting. But yeah, guys, as I'll say here, I really don't like to say it very often, but I feel like I should. If you are enjoying this content, please feel free to leave a like on the live streams you're watching. It really does help promote my content, so that it will go out to the wider audience of YouTube, bring really more awesome people like yourselves here into the chats and the comments, and subscribe as well, because then also if you the more that subscribe, the more it pushes my content out. And then, the more likely people are going to watch and, drop those comments as well on some of the videos that I do. It also expands out those comments, and it really sort of just aids me here in the growth of my YouTube. That's if you want to do that, right? And if you are enjoying it. At the same time, I always say this as well, if you're not enjoying it, you can also leave that dislike button. That's also fine. And if you wanted to go even further, join the Discord, talk in the Discord, some ideas. I've got like Total Warhammer tournament ideas. I've got my stream stuff coming forward, so you guys can always hop on, suggest, get involved, and even if you're not playing, just having you guys there and, bringing all of your good stuff forward. Legend of Total Noob. How you doing, buddy? Thank you very much for the subscription. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually tell me here on my phone every time somebody subscribes. I don't know why, but thank you very much for the subscription, buddy. I really, honestly do appreciate it. I really do, and the support is awesome. But I love the name, by the way. I love the name. Actually, the one thing that really pushed me over the edge, so I actually encouraged Ducky to start streaming when he did. He kind of wanted to do it, and I pushed him to it. I said, you should do it. And he did it, and he's been really successful for it, so I'm really happy for him. I then watched him do it, and then I watched actually a lot of Legend Total War streams, and I said to myself, I would like to do that as well. Alright, so enough of me jambling on about that. So, let's move forward here for the brilliant Wood Elves versus the Lizard Men. We're going to have 2 Bastillon Solar Engines, perfect here. We're also going to have some Chameleon Skinks, 5 units, very good, with 2 units of the Skink Cohort Javelins. We're also going to have Soros Warriors in the front. Looks like we're going to have 3 of those with 2 spears. And we're also going to be having this Slan of Life. And we're also going to be having the Skink Chief. I believe that is the correct amount of 360 degree. Yeah, 5/6, yeah. And then we're also going to have the Slan Mage of Life. So he is going to be having the Banishment, as well as the Shield of the Old Ones, as well as the Armor of Quetzal, Regrowth, Shield of Thorns, Earthblood, Cold-Blooded, Arcane Conduit, and Life Bloom. Pretty good build here from Krell. That is a wicked build indeed. So we are going to be having some Glade Rider Hagbane tips in the front here. Very good speed 94 with some good poison missile strength. And that nice magic attack as well. We're going to be having the double Waystalker here. I imagine arrows of Kurnos are abundant. Yeah, we're certainly going to be having some here. And we're certainly going to be having some there. We're also going to be having 2 units of the Whale Watchers. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 units at 360 degree. The Great Stag Knights in the tree, which look amazing if you ask me. They just look so goddamn awesome. We're also going to be having the Firebark Elders, which are just a seriously tanky unit. They have 57 melee defense, 90 armor, good leadership, and they have mass physical resistance as well as, so 20%, 15%, and 70% fire resistance. They're just super duper tanky. Dryads here in the front with the Ancient Tree Man, as well as the Eternal Guards with shields, and some more Eternal Guards. Lovely, lovely stuff. So this should be really fun. This should be really fun. Let's hop into it. Oh, so you say you take credit for Ducky's success? No. I'm just very happy that we had a conversation one time, and I was like, by the way, I know you're joking, but we had a conversation one time. I was like, just do it, bro. Just do it. Like, why wouldn't you do it? Like, if you're loving it, just do it. And he did it, and he's been super successful. So I'm like seriously happy for him. And he makes such awesome content. The cool thing about Krell is that he doesn't copy builds at all. Every single build he brings is a build he come up with himself. That is really cool if that's actually true. That's really cool. And he doesn't even play the game a lot and still dedicates his time to theory crafting. Yeah, I think, you know, I dedicate a lot of time to theory crafting as well, because I don't always have time to play so much, and a lot of times I'm just tired. So I just sit there and I theory craft what should be good, and I test it when I get a chance. Yeah, let me show you these. Let me show you these units. The Firebark Elders are certainly a cool unit indeed. They do cause fear. They have expert charge defense, I believe, or charge defense against large. They do actually have Vanguard deployment as well, but they are some seriously cool units. Really, really cool. Well, if anybody that was wondering, if you want to know if anything is a Regiment of Renowned unit, as this one is here, as you can see it's got a little star thing at the top here. This little purple thing. You'll see you won't have it here or here. That means it's Regiment of Renowned, just so you know. Poon and friends, still room to get in the Koth. I signed up on Discord. Yes, of course, Mr. Poon, I will get you in. Apologies if I'm not immediate there on the Discord, but I will shoot you in the list, buddy. I can't promise I'll get to everybody today, but I will try and do as many as I possibly can. Yes, Mr. Hanksaurus, how can I help? Alright, so it looks like we're going to start off here. We are going to have the triple arrows of Kurnos here, shooting straight into the Feral Bastillodon. Now, arrows of Kurnos is very good against those large objects that don't flinch and fall over. As you can see, they're all three hitting him straight in the face, and admittedly, he took it like a tank, but he certainly hurt. He's going to be having 600 damage value there. It's about looks like about 200 each, almost. Not quite, but yeah, roughly about 200 each. Another one here. What, 2 missing and then 1 hitting. Yeah, I'm doing again about 200. And as you can see, going to be just on a little bit of a lip there. You can see we have all sorts of terrain differences here. And they can certainly affect the game. They really can. And you have to be careful here when it comes to the arrows of Kurnos. Big shots here going down the front up against the Glade Rider Hagbane tips. Shots now coming into the Saurus spears. Ah, what's for Poon? Ah, perfect. Thank you very much, Mr. Hanksaurus. Thank you very much indeed. Shots here going down. Fantastic shots here coming into the Glade Riders. Yeah, they are going to be shooting still in the front up against the armored Saurus spears. 60 armor bronze shield as well. So as long as they're facing in the correct direction, they are going to be getting shots. But they'll take it pretty well there. Big shots here are going to be hitting up against the Glide Rider Hagbanes. Yeah, lots of damage going down. So over here as well, let's get a nice little look in. So it looks like here, unfortunately, we are going to see that the Community Skins have been caught by the Great Stag Knights. Keep poisoning them. They have 69 speed. We only have 48 here for the Community Skins, but they should be able to poison and get away. You kind of want to get them over here and shooting into some of this range. The rest of the force is going to be coming forward. Lots of shots have hit the Hagbane tips, the Glade Riders. Lots of damage have gone down against the Bastillodon as well. Apologies. So here on the side, it's like lots of shots are going to be going to the Great Stag Knight. 60 armor, as well as that bronze shield as well. So, you know, oh, look at that leap there coming through. But no, just like, yeah, they should be able to hold pretty well. They're going to be under half health, so they're taking a lot of damage for sure. They're going to be hitting Community Skins pretty hard, but big shot there for the Bastillodon coming through to damage that Great Stag Knight. But as you can see, the Community Skins, as long as they poison the Dryads here, Dryads shouldn't be able to catch. Poison shot's going to be coming on the Eternal Guard. They're certainly going to be damaging over time. No shields here for these Eternal Guards. The unshielded version will certainly get punished here up against these Community Skinks. And looks like the Skink Chief as well might be shooting here into the Greater Stag Knights. Arrows of Kronos coming straight over the top. One missing, two hitting though. That is really going to weaken one Bastillodon. Very good stuff here from Davina, really focusing one of those Bastillodons, putting it down here to 3.8 from a very nice 5.8. So 2,000 damage value there. 2,000 damage worth of health done, sorry, from the Waystalkers, from the nice Arrows of Kronos. The shot's still here. Looks like the Community Skinks are going to be shooting and poisoning the Waystalker. It looks like not a lot of them have hit so far. There we go. So it looks like it has hit now. 32 speed for the Waystalker. Saurus Spears, Saurus Warriors are super slow though. 31 speed. Even with the poison, they won't catch, which is a bit of a shame. Krell's doing super well so far. I'm very happy with the way that Krell's playing. His Community Skinks are getting caught out here, but you can't win every single battle. As long as you keep poisoning these Dryads, they don't have any shields. They don't have 60 armor, but you could certainly just keep the poison going in there. They'll do some very, very good work. Having Tips still going to be shooting here up against the Saurus Warriors. As you can see here, this is very good, and what you need to keep doing is this, man, keep this nice and wide. You're going to see the white lines are going to be coming in, so you just need to keep the force nice and trapped here. There's really not far it can go. Keep the Saurus Warriors, turn around here, really just flank in and get both sides here and take over this middle pocket. Mr. DVD Rabane, a lovely guy. Do check him out there on Twitch if you haven't already. Super awesome dude. Looks like the Firebark Elders are going to be getting a little bit overextended here in the middle pocket. Saurus Warriors can certainly push and do some damage up against the Eternal Guards. Poison here coming on the front, and these Eternal Guards, they're getting hit pretty hard here now by these two units. Make that 3 as well. But as you can see, I'm going to getting some shots into the Bastillodon Solar Engine. Hit going through there on the Waystalker, but one here has broken. So just like here, we are going to have the Saurus Warriors fighting up against the Firebark Elders. Firebark Elders should do okay. Not brilliant, but they'll do okay. Charge here in the back from the Dryads as well. They can certainly use some support over here. Saurus Spears will do quite nicely here up against the Firebark Elders. Anti-large as well. Hagbane Tips need to come over here and support. They can't be over here. They need to get in and support if they can. That poison is going to be very, very useful. Hagbane Tips have managed to come back, but if we do get some cohort javelins, these javelins can absolutely ruin the day of the Glade Riders. It looks like here, -9 leadership from the Bastillodon Solar Engine. Probably not going to see him back anytime soon. But Arrows of Kronos there, and a couple of units of range with the Way Watchers as well. Those shots coming in. Lovely armor piercing from these bad boys. The ROR actually having a good flash bomb ability as well, which is really handy in certain cases. Waystalker is also going to go down. Fantastic. Looks like it has shattered. Balance of power going to be super even here between these two. Very, very good close contested matchup. Hagbane Tips going to be a little bit still for my liking. I'd like to see him here maybe shooting up against the Saurus Spears, but it's like they are going to aid now into the Community Skinks. Good fire going on there. You can certainly see the Eternal Guard fighting up against the Saurus Spears. And some very, very nice poison here coming. They're still shooting the Waystalker though. He has shattered, so you probably want to refocus this and maybe try and see if you can start helping over here. Going to get the rest of the units just pushing through. I like to see the Skink cohorts just pushing onto the Way Watchers. Way Watchers coming a little bit far forward. They were shooting into something, but looks like now they're going to be backing off. Oh my god, there's so much damage there. But poison going down on them as well now. 31 speed. Big shots from the Bastillodon. 46 speed here from the Skink cohort javelins. They will be able to catch the Way Watchers. No problem. No shields from them. No missile resistance either. Meaning these Way Watchers are very susceptible to getting shots really hard here. But it looks like here we are some Saurus Spears, some Saurus Warriors, and the nice Community Skinks with their poison melee attacks. Fighting up against the Ancient Tree Man. That'll reduce all sorts of armor piercing for him and base weapon damage. And it looks like here what's going to be going on. I didn't quite see what spell that was. That's going to be... Oh no! A Dwellers Below going down. Fantastic Dwellers Below here. Absolutely decimating the Saurus Spears and Saurus Warriors. Really nice AoE effect damage there coming in from the Tree Man. Dwellers Below is a fantastic ability and causes a lot of damage. That is going to shift the balance of power there, and still in the back is going to be the Waystalker. Waystalker is certainly no joke in combat, has 55 melee attack, 45 melee defense, criminally underrated in my opinion for its melee stats. I'm going to say we are going to be shooting lots of poison darts here into the Way Watchers as well. Source Warriors here going a little bit astray, and we also have some Skink Cohort Javelins in the back. And the rest is going to be coming forward as we have the Skink Chief fighting up against the Firebark Elders. Yeah, a little bit interesting there, as you can see that he's probably going to lose in that engagement. Looks like we have the Great Stag Knights here fighting up against the Chameleon Skinks. And it looks like we are going to be losing the Sword Spears here to the Ancient Tree Man. Is this a banishment? Not too sure where that banishment came from. The banishment... There's no banishment on the Ancient Tree Man. Was that the banishment from the Slan? Because the banishment from the Slan won't do anything against the Ancient Tree Man, but it looks like it has destroyed the Sora Spears, which is a bit of a shame. Healing is going to be going down on the Waystalker Regrowth as well, which is really dangerous. It's going to be 1,392 HP worth of regen, and you see the Great Stag Knights are going to be still fighting here in the later stages up against the Chameleon Skinks. Balance of power now going to be going in the favour of Davina and the Wood Elves. And what we got here in the middle pocket, we're going to have some Chameleon Skinks pushing forward to try and support the Skink Chief. But lots of the fire and magic arrows here coming from the Bastillodons really not going to do too much up against the Firebark Elders. They're probably better to go in that melee combat, as they are going to resist 70% of the damage coming through. Really want to get the Sword Spears in here to aid as well. And it looks like we're just going to be waiting for the Skink Chief to come back. Regrowth going down on the Source Warriors. Very interesting regrowth. Regrowth is normally better there on single entities rather than units. Probably better to get a Earthblood going down there rather than a regrowth, but might get lots of healing here. So 46 out of 74 models. Yeah, so it's just about half, so being about half health, you expect quite a lot of it has been regenerated. But it's still, we're going to give them perfect vigor. It's going to allow them to heal quite nicely. And not quite sure where they're going. Maybe they need to intercept the Ancient Tree Man. Looks like they are going to be very close to max there, so looks like they have healed out maximally. Earthblood going to be going down on the life slan, really trying to pull some balance of power back if you can. And this is what could really pull the balance of power back. They are going to be fighting here. And yeah, shooting the Ancient Tree Man would be really smart. Get both your Bastillodons on here to shoot the Ancient Tree Man. Get the rest of it here to fight up against the Firebark Elders. Looks like they have been broken, so very, very nice work there in the backside. And it gets in here with the Skink Chief to do some good damage here up against the Ancient Tree Man. Oh, sorry, I got this the wrong way round, actually. It does actually say balance of power, sorry, is going to be in Krell's favour. Sorry, with the Lizard Men. I would certainly agree with that. I was questioning the computer there just a little bit. I thought the Tree Man had a lot of balance of power, but not that much balance of power. But big shot's going down. A really nice shield of the odd ones. Looks like it is going to be healing from Davina on top of the Ancient Tree Man. A regrowth there for him, so excellent stuff. Getting some really good healing and that perfect vigor. And here we go. We probably want to get the Chameleon Skink Chief in here, fighting up against the Ancient Tree Man. Get the double Bastillodon shooting here as well, as he does have a fire weakness as the Tree Man. Get that extra damage here from the Solar Engine Bastillodons. As you can see here, also causing that blinded, negative melee attack and melee defense as well. Really going to help him chew apart. Get armor of Quitzel going down. That could be very nice here for the Source Warriors. Extra armor and extra melee defense. Big shots here coming on the Tree Man. And it's like here we have hit pretty much the healing cap here for the Waystalker as well. Looks like we have one unit of the Eternal Guard shields in the back. And I believe that is going to be it. Yeah, big hit there, and that will probably cause balance of power. Negative 100, that is going to be army losses. GG's and well played. Man, I'm super proud of Krell. I am as well. Krell played super awesome there. Well played to Davina though. Absolutely no joke in this matchup. Fantastic game between these two. 880 here for the Slan Mage Priest of Life. So 370 for the Skink Chief as well. 560, 300, 270, 290, and 740 from the Saurus Warriors and Saurus Spears. 925 and 300 here from the Skink Cohort Javelins. 925 is exceptional there from those Skink Cohorts for sure. 550 for the Chameleon Skinks, 830, 1,400, 1,200, and 770, as well as 1,000 there for the Bastillon Solar Engine, and 1,400 as well. This is a tremendously good build here from Krell. For anybody that wants to know how to build a really good Lizardman build, this is a good one here to fight up against the Wood Elves. This is a nice build. So, from Davina, 119 kills, 1,400 from the Ancient Tree Man, 1,250 with 750 from the Way Stalkers. 20 as well as 24 here for the Eternal Guard with 150 from the Shielded variety. We're also going to get 850, 450 here from the Way Stalkers, as well as 200 from the Dryads. 130 kills there for 1.6 for the Great Stag Knights. That's like 150. 470 for the Glade Rider Hagbane Tips, with 340 for the Firebark Elders as well. Really nice here from Davina, some really cool and interesting stuff. GG's to Krell, was a good build. Yeah, it was an excellent game between you guys. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff indeed. Tank is in. Krell, you seem to have left, buddy. You're still in, my friend. You're still in. You are still in, Mr. Krell. You are not done yet. I'm not done with you yet, sir. You are still but in. There's going to be one here for Krell. Fantastic game from him. We'll also be going here with the 0. So Davina here going to be going even with Krell now on the most amount of wins. We'll also get here the VM tank. So the whole idea, Krell, is you are meant to play until you lose, essentially. I don't think there's going to be another chance for you to play, unfortunately. I don't think I have enough time. So you're welcome to drop your spot if you like. If that's the only battle you want to do, you can certainly drop your spot if you want. That's up to you. But this game here is for you. Panicked and left. No problem, buddy. You played really well. You should be very happy with your performance. You played excellently well. And so did Davina. It was a really nice game. It really was a nice game. So we'll go on another map here. Let's go with Prague. I do like Prague indeed. So very quickly, Krell, what are we doing? Are we continuing with you, or are we moving on to the next player? No problem, Krell. No problem at all. So we'll get the next person in here, which is going to be... We are going to be having a VM Caradoc. VM Civil War indeed. So let's get Caradoc in here. Caraduc is in bounds. Let's get his name in here. Perfect. So it looks like here we'll go with a 0-0 then. But Krell here will be retiring with a good win. So fantastic. Davina and Krell will be going away as today's current joint leaders with 1 apiece. So Caradoc is in. So let's go, gentlemen. So we'll restart the process again. But I was to play some games, had a break, but hope to find time to play a bit now. Fantastic, Davina. You know you're always very welcome here on the channel to come play whenever you like. Just keep an eye there on the Discord, and I'll be putting up lots of events. This Friday we have Battlemania. We have the Season 4, Week 3. So if anybody that would like to try and make it into the Invitational and win a copy here of the Total War Warhammer 3, or win a copy of the brand new DLC. So if you do win the entire tournament, you win Total War Warhammer 3. If you do come second, you will be winning a DLC of the Silence and the Fury. So 2 awesome prizes there to come up for you guys. And what I'll offer you guys here is, if you already have a copy of the Silence and the Fury, let's say you've already got one, maybe I'll buy you just another DLC of your choice that is that you haven't got yet. So maybe you haven't got another DLC. That'll be a prize there from me. So VC Wood Elves ban VC Wood Elves and Dawi ban High Elves and Dark Elves. Okay, pretty interesting. So now Caradoc is going to ban one, pick one, and then Tank will pick one that remains. The reason I'm doing it this way this time is just we're just resetting it. We're just resetting it as if Tank is the first player, because obviously we've had someone that's just left. So we'll just reset the lobby, and then we'll go through it again. So after this game, it will be Powell. No, it'll be Zypher, then Powell Groby. So we'll be having Gromrindle after Zypher, which should be interesting. So I'm just gonna wait for Caradoc. I'm just gonna grab a tissue, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, Logic, I dropped out. Oh yes, of course you did, buddy, of course you did. So we'll be having Grombrindle next. Yes, of course. That's alright, Benji. That's alright, buddy. Don't worry about it. Alright, so it looks like here we banned Dwarfs. We picked Wood Elves, which is, yeah, pretty good. And of course, with VC in, you're going to have to play Wood Elves. So it looks like they're both going to be ready. Both are going to play Wood Elves. A nice mirror match here for you guys with 2 excellent VM players. So it should be pretty fun. That's good though, Benji. So once we're here, we've got a little bit of time. Why don't you guys? Do you have any theory crafting behind the new DLC coming forward for Warhammer 2, as well as some of the FLC as well? Is there any other bits that you're disappointed about? Maybe some things you would have wanted to see. Let's talk about it. What did you want to have here coming forward from the DLC? What are you expecting? What would you like to see? And what would you like to see some of the balancing mechanics here as well from some of the patch notes? Alrighty then, so from the Wood Elves in the red, we are going to have Caradoc. So he's going to be having some very nice Dryads in the front line. There's like 2 units Make that 3-4 with 2 units of the Tree Kin. So a thick front line here, as well as lots of Eternal Guards with shields, and we're going to go with some cheap range, which are the Glade Guards, with some here being the Hagbane tips as well. We are going to have the double Waystalkers here in the middle, and we are going to have the Ancient Treeman. So the Ancient Treeman here will be having Earthblind, as well as Calling of the Woods, and we'll be having double Arrows to Kurnos for the Waystalkers. Going to be very wide here as well from Mr. VM Tank. He's going to be having the Wild Hunters of Kurnos. Very good cavalry there. We'll have some more Dryads with some more Wild Riders, more Dryads as well in the front. And in the back here, we're going to have some Glade Guard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Glade Guard with 4 units of Spears with shields in the back. We're also going to be having Drycha as the Lord, who will be coming in with her summons. Drycha here will be having Rouse to Wrath. She'll also be having Pendulum, Enfeebling Foe, Mystify Miasma, Smoke and Mirrors, and also Fanatical Resolve. Now that 12% speed increase is actually pretty nice here when you put it onto some nice, very good Wild Riders. They have 85 speed, plus that 12%, you're going to be getting something like plus 9 speed, so making it 93 speed here for the Wild Riders. Really does aid when you add it alongside that very good charge bonus. A bit more of a box here from Caradoc, and a little bit more mobile here from VM Tank. So it's interesting to see here who is going to come out on top. More Beastmen monsters like Cockatrice and Chimera instead of a Chariot reskin. Yeah. I think there's certainly more they could have implemented, but I think they made a lot of changes. I hear Beastmen finally getting Jabba Scythe, but not sure about multiplayer, but they need to. Alright, so both coming forward here. Shots are going to come in the front line here from the Waystalkers. Nice arrow curls over the top. Where are we aiming for? I think the aim here was the Wild Hunters of Kurnos. As you can see, coming in the front line is going to be Drycha. I think here you just put both your Waystalkers on Drycha and you just try and shoot her to death if possible. Now, she will have physical resistance, but we have magic ammunition here from the Waystalkers. So they should be able to hit her pretty nicely here. She's not massive, but she has a relatively large hitbox. Coming forward as well, the Dryads, they're going to certainly hit the front line of this box. Poison Hagbanes are going to be going into the Dryads, so they're going to be slowing those down to a 33 speed. And the rest here is just going to be archers shooting. Also shots here in the back, we are going to have some Glade Guard. Surprised to see we're not going to see any Starfire Shafts. That fire damage is going to be very good here up against Dryads, Treekin, as well as all the other important lords such as Drycha. Charge in the front here from the very nice Wild Riders with shields. Also going to be backed up here by the Dryads. Going to have another charge here from... yeah, so it says it's in... Oh, it's just that one model. But it looks like here we are going to have in the front line charge. And in are coming the Treekin. Treekin are certainly going to come in and do the slapping. They have 26 melee attack, but they have a good 86 weapon strength. So when they do hit, they hit pretty hard. Over here in the front, we are going to have some shots from that range. And we are going to be getting in our spears as well. Dryads here from Tank going to be hitting the front line, so that's going to be the very, very nice Wraths of the Frozen Heart. They're going to be aiding with that Frostbite and the increased stats as well. They're going to be fighting here up against the Treekin, so they have put open 1 unit Dryads. They're going to be going onto the Treekin as well now. As you see, the Ancient Treeman is going to be aiding in this onslaught. Rear charge here coming from the Wild Hunters of Kurnos, fighting up against the Eternal Guards with shields. Nice little pocket opening here as well. Over on the left hand side, Dryads are going to be pushing through, trying to hop onto the Glade Guard here of Caradoc. Looks like they're going to be backing off. They're going to try and catch each other here. Shots coming in from the 4 units of range here from VM Tank. But it looks like the front line is just about holding. We are going to be having Drycha here fighting up against the Waystalker. Waystalker is no joke in melee combat. I'm not too sure what Drycha does though. She's got 78 melee attack, 40 melee defense. So it could be pretty even. Could be pretty even. Good luck, have fun from both sides. Love to see that. Good charge in the front here from the Wild Riders with shields. They're going to be taking out the Glade Guard Hagbane tips here. And actually shattering them here from Caradoc. Very nice work. Their balance of power going to be pulling into Caradoc's favour slightly, but not too great at this point. Most of it's probably going to be because Drycha is pretty weak. There is going to be no healing for Drycha. For the Ancient Treeman, we certainly will have healing. Earthblood will be going down, overcasted as well. Drycha is going to be running away. I don't think we've seen that summon yet, but maybe a summon just to push out the Eternal Guard shields could be quite nice. Shots are going to be coming out in the middle, shooting up against the very, very nice Dryads of Caradoc. Looks like here we are going to have a very nice pendulum coming across the Eternal Guards. Yeah, pretty good indeed. Pretty good indeed. Eternal Guard shields are going to be fighting up against Eternal Guard shields. We do have Waystalkers still poking in the front line. They should be poking here into Drycha. Drycha has broken. That's going to be very difficult for tank. Losing that leadership is going to be really, really painful. Nice hit there. Good tracking. It's going to be 75 health left here for Drycha. She does die here. That could be super duper important. Actually, she is going to get away. Maybe not trying to see if we can get that cavalry there with the 6 units of the Wild Hunters of Kurnos, and maybe try and see if they can finish off Drycha. In the front, the Dryads are going to be fighting up against some nice spears. So the Dryads are going to be losing that engagement up against the Eternal Guard. Shots coming in from tank though. He's certainly on the front line. Shots are going to be just piling in here to this middle pocket. The range is slowly going to be going down from Caradoc's side of things. Although you are going to be trading a Lord here in effectiveness for range. In the back is going to be pushing the Treekin. And it's like the Eternal Guard are going to be chasing anti-large armor piercing. Very nice here against the heavily armored and large Treekin. And also, you need to have something that can deal with the Ancient Tree Man. Looks like we have some Eternal Guards that are going to be pushing in 2 units. Good anti-large and very good at dealing with Tree Men for sure. I think here it could be very difficult for tank to come back into this. Losing his Lord is just so dangerous. As you can see over here, Waystalker is going to push it forward. Just one tiny poke here into Drycha could finish it. Shot is going to be going down line, and there we go. Drycha is dead. That is going to be negative leadership here. 16 negative leadership as well, as we should see here. And unfortunately, that could be breaking for quite a lot of units, and maybe even a little bit of shattering here as well. Shots coming in up against the Treekin. Looks like they have broken the Treekin. Very good work there. And now they just need to pile drive here up against the Ancient Tree Man. They just need to shoot everything they have here in the pocket up against that Tree Man and really destroy him. Shots aren't going to be going in. He does have that physical resistance as well as that healing. He is going to be moving, but he's going to get shot pretty goddamn hard here. Now, he's going to be taking some damage, but he is a super tanky dude. He has lost a couple of... He has maybe lost 1,000 HP. But he's going to be going down, but not as quickly as I thought. You do have 5 units of range shooting in here. You do have Caradoc poking in for the back as well. We are going to be getting the double Waystalkers coming forward. Looks like he is going to get away. Ancient Tree Man 5.6k worth of health left, and we are going to be getting the Treekin back in as well. Looks like we have some Dryads from tank. They can certainly come in and aid the front line, but I think here it's looking really difficult. Looks like here the Waystalker is going to come forward and maybe try and help deal with some of these Eternal Guard shields and spears. But I can't really see the Waystalker pushing to the back and maybe try to start shutting down some of this range. Looks like some of the Dryads are going to be dying and shattering here from Caradoc. Range is going to be a little bit all over the place. I think if you're focus fired, continue on the Ancient Tree Man, you could maybe take him down. Just try and see if you can outshoot his health. A lot of the infantry is going to be dying as well. What are we going to be down to here? It looks like 4.9. Just life is just dropping off this Ancient Tree Man here. It looks like ammunition has run out for the Glade Guard, so maybe get the Glade Guard forward here to help fight the Waystalker. Drop the other units so you can continue to fire with those. But it looks like here, Earthblood is going to be going down to heal as well. But he's going to be under 4.4k health. This is super close here for the boys in green and the red health bars. Caradoc is going to be on 4.3, and it looks like their tank is going to pull out. 780 for Drycha, as well as 450, 350, 380, and 570, with 600 from the Eternal Guard shields. So 180, 130, 400, and 317 for the Dryads, and 550 for the Wraths of the Frozen Heart. 5 units of range, 800, 830, 840, 880, and 830, with 665 and 144 from the Wild Hunters of Kurnos. Now, there was a bit of a mistake there with the Kurnos. They did actually run into some Eternal Guards with shields. One of these is going to have some tremendous value on them. But 235 for the Ancient Tree Man, 1,800 with 1,250 for the Waystalkers. Looks like 380, 340, 400, 230, and 400 here for the Dryads. 900, 462, 240, 200 and 270. So it must be this unit of Eternal Guards here that was, as you can see, just massively above the rest. So it was 4222, and one unit here they got 900 and gained a chevron. 210, 520, 700 and 400 here from the Glade Guard Hadbane Tips. 630 from the Treekin, with 270 for the last unit as well. GG's and well played to Mr. Caradoc. Very well played from him. Were the Waystalkers key? I think so. I think they just gave 768 value, just a reminder. Yeah, Waystalkers are really good, considering their price. Yeah, they always double the value. It's the same for me when I use Master Engineers up against Vampire Counts. I can, like, triple their value. Units like that are super good. Arrows of Kurnos, lots of shots, they're super accurate, lots of ammunition. I would say they are pretty good, Krell. Yeah, for sure, they're pretty good. How you doing, Parkerilla? Hope you're doing well, buddy, and I hope you're really doing well as well. Lunacy, welcome here to the channel again. Welcome back, and thank you for hanging out. Same with you, Herabeck. Hope you're doing well, buddy. The only way to tell is the health bar colors, so tank is blue. Yes. Yes, indeed. So we are going to be having Paul Groby, otherwise known as Mr. Grombrindle of the Son of the Mountains. So let's get him in here. Let's get him in here, indeed. Alrighty, so very, very good. Yeah, I really like them. I really do like them. My nose is bothering me massively here. So yes, we'll have some more of you in chat. Any more discussions here behind? Let's have a look, see what some of the discussions were. So Beastmen, more Beastmen monsters. Yeah, I think because of the amount of content they changed here for the Beastmen, I think they put in a few units that can certainly aid in their conquest. They have 2 new monsters and of course 3 new RORs, I believe. So they have some really, really good stuff in there that should really be able to aid in their conquest, really. Just really becoming a bit of a better multiplayer faction. You can certainly bring all sorts of units. Give me a second, the game broken and it's restarting. Yeah, no problem. Powell Groby is coming in, and what we'll do actually is we'll go here and we'll go with the Blood Pine Woods. I kind of like the Blood Pine Woods, it's grown on me. I want frosty buffs along with every other HE unit. Yeah, of course you would, Zypher. Of course you would. Of course you would. I think here that I think you'll certainly be seeing. I think the main important thing is a couple of nerfs to greenskins would be nice. There's going to be lots of things changing in the new game which they've discussed. For example, magic damage weapons. They're not going to be resisted by magic resistance, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, Frosty certainly needs something. There's going to be lots changing in Warhammer 3. And I think with the current meta now, they don't want to change too much. Because if they touch too much, you could really affect the game in its current state. I think perhaps setting a new tone for the new game would be better. But I think, you know, a few nerfs to certain factions here and there might be quite nice. For example, with Skaven, I think they've really balanced them quite nicely. They're still a very strong faction, but they have certainly been hit pretty hard in where they were powerful. They're certainly not as powerful as they used to be. Greenskins don't need to. I mean, a lot of the stuff that people have talked about is, in my opinion, going to nerf greenskins through the floor. I think, but I still think they'll be like usable. But I think it's going to hit them pretty hard. Nerfing great weapons would be nice too. Which great weapons in particular, buddy? I know the dwarfs are getting some nerfs. I believe there's going to be some nerfs, and there's some nice stuff coming in for them as well. So there should be some nice bits and bombs. I believe it was said on stream that I think the Dowie are getting certain nerfs, so we'll have to see. Oh, in general, okay. Hello, Mr. For Poland. How are we, buddy? How are we? So carry out now. Pick one, not Wood Elves, and ban two. Just to make the process a little bit quicker here. So guys, in general, as we said here before, if you are enjoying the stream, please feel free to leave a like on the video, and also subscribe if you are enjoying all of the content here on the channel. It would really help me here on the growth of this channel. Just trying to get towards that 1,000 subscribers so I can become a partner here with CA and also YouTube. So that'd be great. I try not to bring it up too often, but if you can do those things, if you are enjoying it, of course, please feel free. So here it looks like we're going to be having Pick, High Owls, Ban, Lizardmen, and Bretonia. So two very good bans, indeed. Very, very good bans. Greenskins would be a good counter here, if Mr. Palgroby wanted to. You could also bring his famous Dowie, and maybe try and see if you bring a Dowie build to beat the High Owls. I know that's something that Chad Thorgrim always likes to challenge himself with. He's a guy that doesn't like to take it too easy. After saw of Lizardmen units, I'm a little confused. I think a lot of them are related to Exotl, right? Without saying too much. I don't think they can just bring anything in. Yeah, so it looks like Chad Thorgrim is going to be pushing the boundaries here. He's going to be trying to go after the Dowie versus High Elf matchup. Now, he practiced this as one a lot, but it is going to be on Bloodpine Woods, is the only thing. So this could be interesting. Looks like Caradoc is ready, and it looks like here Chad Thorgrim could be... he certainly practices one a lot. This won't be easy for Mr. Caradoc, but Caradoc also is I believe, a High Elf and a Greenskin main, and obviously Chad Thorgrim is going to be a Dowie main. Cham Skink should probably be detuned slightly. What do you mean detuned? Especially for VC, I hate how you literally never take normal Graveguard. Yeah, but I think Graveguard great weapons, their main nerf is just how goddamn slow they are. They are so slow. And in combat, their melee stats aren't even that great. They're like, what, 27, 26, I think? Yeah, they're anti-infantry armor piercing, but they're not great. Like, they lose to most units that have anti-infantry. They have good armor, silver shields, but they're pretty damn slow. I'd be disappointed if they weren't going in combat if it took me just that long to get into combat. Yeah, Exotl has some good stats, though. Yeah, he looks like good, and he's got really cool animations there, CJ. I don't know if you've seen it. Ducky was telling me about some really cool, awesome backflips and stuff he does. It's actually one of his abilities. He does like a backflip onto his staff and then like shoots loads of darts out of his pipe, and it looks really cool. Made less good. Oh, okay. I know they have explosion darts, right? So they can like get in behind, do some explosion damage, and then hop into a unit. I think we'll see a couple of weeks of meta changes here before we actually see what will be coming forward here for both sides. So maybe they'll be good, and even if they are, I think CA will be pretty hot to make some changes. Greenskins are certainly going to be seeing some nerfs, I'm sure. There was always, I've never really heard anything, but someone did at one point rumour changes to poison. I highly doubt it, but if it is, then interesting. Because obviously the change in poison meta there for Bretonia is one of the big things that's changed. And it's one of the things that really does help the Bretonians quite a bit. And a lot of factions for that point. And Poison Nerf and Nerf Charm skins a little. I actually don't think community skins are like that powerful in my personal opinion. I think community skins can be very easily countered if you bring the right units. For example, an easy unit are cheaper units can deal with them, to be fair. For example, if you take Bugman Rangers, not even Bugman Rangers, sorry, just take Rangers and they'll deal with them pretty comfortably, in my opinion, from the Darwi. Longer range, stalk, so when they come close, you know, you can shoot them pretty comfortably. But here we go, for the High Elves, we're going to have some White Lions of Chase with some Rangers, some good AP in the front line with the White Lions. These White Lions of Chase are certainly very good up against the Darwi. We will have Alif Anar for those very good shots there. So he's going to come through with a few abilities. So he's going to be having the Stone of Midnight, so a 55-meter radius of 22% missile resistance, as well as the Moon Bow, and obviously all the other good martial prowess stuff. We are going to be having the triple Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. Make that quadruple Bolt Throwers. We're also going to have archers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3 units of archers, 2 units of the Rangers here. Very good at dealing with Slayers. And it looks like 5 units of the White Lions. This is a dangerous build. For the Darwi, we are going to have some miners here in the front with some Dwarf Warriors. So a bit of a wide front line here. Warriors, the Dragonfire Pass, Thunderers, as well as 2 units of the Iron Drakes. Thunderers as well as a Rune Lord. I think this is one of the few matchups you can get away with a Rune Lord here in this matchup, with only coming in with that very, very nice slow. So we'll be here having the Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin. With some Slayers in the back here in the trees, Iron Breakers as well in the back line. It's like 1, 2, 3 units of Iron Breakers, Dragonback Slayers as well. And this is a force that can certainly push. And we have 4 units of the Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. This is going to be a match of the ages, I think. For sure. So in the trees here, we will be having the Mage of Beasts, which have the Transformation of Gudon, and it looks like the Amber Spear, so it should be pretty interesting. Right, so shots coming down in the front line. They're going to be hitting here up against the Iron Drake. So interesting shots there. Yeah, I like the Iron Drake shots, but they're certainly not going to do too much up against this army. They are anti-large armor piercing, so they'll do some good work up against single entities. They should do some good work up against the White Lions, but I think here challenging the Thunderers might be a little bit better. Slayers are coming around the flanks. I'm sure they'll be able to shut down all kinds of range today. On the back here, it's like the Mage Posted Beast. It's going to be on a horse, yeah, so 90 speed there. Going to be certainly very dangerous. Slayers in the trees, and these Slayers might be chasing here after the Mage. Yeah, so it's like they're going to be chasing after the Mage. Is the Mage going to run away? Yeah, the Mage is going to be running away. Maybe just a lack in micro there could cause the Mage to die. Shots coming on the front here up against Alif Anar. Shots also coming here from the Archers. Warriors of Dragonfire Pass are getting hit pretty hard here in the front line. Lots of archer fire coming to them. They do have 85 armor with the bronze shield, but they'll certainly take a punching over time. I'd probably sort of middle-high level of armor, 85. Yeah, probably middle-high. 80 armor also here for the Thunderers, but they're also getting wrecked here by this artillery. You need to get something in the back here that can deal with the artillery. It hasn't quite done as much damage here in the pockets that I would have expected. It's like the Rune Lord here is going to be doing the Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin here on the Great Eagle. The Great Eagle is actually going to be fighting up against the Rune Lord, and he is certainly damaged from this engagement. The Great Eagle has done some really good work here in the pocket. So as you can see here with the Mage Posted Beast, she actually summons eagles and not manticores. Thunderers have been broken. They'll be getting chased off here from the Mage Priest. Shots are coming in the back here from the Quad Bolt Throwers. As you see, the White Lions will be winning the front line up against the Dwarf Warriors. Looks like here some more Dwarf Warriors have lost here up against the White Lions. Another unit of Dwarf Warriors and a large unit of Dwarf Warriors have lost as well. Blasting charges now coming in here from the Iron Breakers, really wrecking apart the White Lions, doing some fantastic work here in the front line. But the last Iron Breakers didn't get any blasting charges off. Now that is really painful. We also have the anti-infantry rangers here fighting up against the Dragonback Slayers, and this is exactly where you want them fighting. Their anti-infantry are going to be very good up against these naked boys, and they're going to show apart really, really comfortably here. Over on the left-hand side, we're going to have some more miners fighting up against rangers. And if we get these rangers in the back here to fight up against the Slayers, it's going to be super duper painful. We have another Great Eagle coming in to try and assassinate the Rune Lord, but in come the Slayers. I know he's going to be going the wrong way. The Slayers should be able to catch here and do some work up against that Great Eagle. Well, the Great Eagle has just been left to die, but I'm sure we'll get microed in just a moment. Shots coming down in the front here up against the White Lions. White Lions are going to be getting here pretty hard here, but the Thunderers will get hopped onto for sure. White Lions going to come through and just absolutely carve the front line with those absolutely beautiful axes. They're going to be chomping down the sides for sure. So really good work there from Caradoc to shut down this front line, and also hopping into the back line here, really being quite mobile in this force. Arrows here coming from the archers down straight onto the naked Dragonback Slayers. They do have that 20% physical resistance, but they are going to struggle here. And they also have the bronze shield. I will give them the bronze shield. I believe it'll be 20%. Oh, 30% there. So they still should be able to get onto the archers and chomp apart relatively comfortably. They have 400 HP, so they should be able to get quite a few models. Look at the damage coming down from them. Those many stats are just super impressive. But they are going to struggle here over time. They will go down to the last model. If they actually win this engagement, I will be super surprised. But they are starting to really chomp apart these archers in melee combat. I think of the Iron Breakers here. Haven't quite used their blasting charges, and they're certainly going to be suffering for it. If the Iron Breakers don't use their blasting charges into White Lions of Chase, they'll certainly lose there over time. Shots coming down up against the Iron Drakes or Hammer Torpedoes, as they did aid here up against the White Lions. Iron Breakers are going to be coming through to the front line. And looks like here in the back we have got the Iron Breakers fighting up against Rangers. Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower crew has been pushed back, and we still have 1, 2, 3 units of bolt throwers firing here in the pocket. Balance of power now going to be super in the High Elf favor. And this was a really nice build here from the High Elf side. The roulette wheel favoring the Wood Elves here, as they brought something completely different that you would not expect here from these cheeky High Elves. Caradoc is saying GG's for a good game, and without doubt. So okay, the Slayers are going to be chasing off up against Alif Anar, and I'm going to get this here nice and in. Alif Anar is going to be running downhill. A downhill charge here from these bad boy Slayers as they come after Alif Anar. They're going to be meeting their doom here in the end. Alif Anar might as well just turn around and fight here. Shots going down on the Slayers. 1.2k health left for those. .600 HP left for those. They're going to be getting shot here by 1, 2 units of archers. Also have the rangers pushing through to try and grab them as well. And F9 is going to be running away and shooting as he does. Slayers down to 200 HP. -1. They have -1. It did say 100 there, but I did see -136 leadership when I first flipped on. Big hit there coming from Lifanar. And we should be able to finish off these Slayers. It saddens my heart, but here was a fantastic game from those pointy-eared princesses, and they can be very happy indeed. Got to go, but I have stream open for view time. Thank you very much, Benji. That means a lot. Thanks, buddy. Thank you very much. So that will be Mr. Oh, I didn't actually put Grombrindle in. We'll put Grombrindle in here before we go to the next one. I do apologise, Grombrindle. Naughty, naughty me. And Caradoc here will be going 2 up. So really well played to him. It's going to be 2-0 here to VM Caradoc, beating his own clanmate here with VM Tank, and now going up against Grombrindle. So awesome stuff there. No problem, Benji. I got your message, buddy. Thank you very much. Let's have a look here, see what you guys are saying. Using the gig and broken example of how to beat skinks. You behave, Zypher, you behave. Yeah, Caradoc has played very well today. So in for Papa Grubry, otherwise known as Chad Thorgrim or Grombrindle. 160 for the Rune Lord, 124 here for the Miners, 74, 116, 133 and 343 here for the Dwarf Warriors, including the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, 480 for the Slayers, as well as 750 for the Dragonbacks, 808, 678, and also 530 for the Iron Breakers, 580, 210 for the Thunderers, 480 with 302 for the Iron Drake Hammer Torpedoes. Now, as you can see here, Chad Thorgrim was expecting some sort of chariot push with a Star of Avalon, more than likely. But as you can see here, a very different build. I left an R 1.3k with 100 here for the Mage Beasts, as well as 617 and 517 for the Rangers, 800 for the White Lions, 622, 1,200, 330 and 630 as well. 540, 470, 600 and 350 for the Archers, as well as 680, 525, 770 and 320 for the Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. Fantastic. Nice build there, nice build indeed. Katam, how are we doing, buddy? Kind of funny how screwed this matchup is for Hiles when, lore-wise, this is the only one the Dwarfs actually win. I know, right? I know. But in Warhammer, they just get absolutely rolled over. How we doing, Neckbit? How we doing, buddy? Ayo, I have arrived. You have arrived indeed, sir. And you have arrived in style. Why did Tank have to play that matchup? He didn't have to. This is just King of the Hill. It was actually Grombrindle. So that's my apologies. Grombrindle played that matchup. Caradoc actually picked High Elves and didn't ban Dwarfs. So Grombrindle want to take Dwarfs. And you know what? I salute that man. Finally something I can agree on. This matchup is fun because at the end of the day it means less elves and less dwarfs. You are a cruel, cruel man, Neckbit. You are a cruel, cruel man. Alright, so left on here. So it looks like Benji has dropped, Zypher has dropped. So it is going to be Deadly Bunnies and then Poon and Friends. I don't really know if I should say that on live stream. Of course you can. So let's get Mr. Deadly Bunnies in here. Right, we now also have Mr. For Poland in. So it's going to be Deadly Bunnies, Poon and Friends, and then For Poland. Yeah, maybe. I love how all of a sudden all these civilized people have arrived. PE have arrived. So poultry envoys, literally every day. PE, always changing. So I'm going to be fighting up against Carrot Doc. So I'm not going to put that, I'm going to put bunnies. in the chat, because everybody knows Mr. Bunnies by Mr. Bunnies. Right, whilst they're picking ban, I'm going to go blow my nose, and we'll be back. So, apologies everybody, I am struggling. Tell Logic to use a swamp map. Alright. Let's have a look. We'll use a swamp map next, but here we will use Blue Ridge River. Alrighty. The power of my swamp. My swamp. Alright, mosquito swamps then. There we go. There you go. You have swamp maps there. Logic, when you open Discord and turn all blue, you look like Mega Man. Do I turn all blue? I turn all blue if I open up Discord, do I? Oh, I see, of course, because it all, yeah. Well, so he's now called Cowboy Bob. I love it. I love it. Friends has now turned to Cowboy Bob. Swamp time, baby. This is my swamp, said Mr. Poultry. So Dark Elves banning Wood Elves and Greenskins. Yeah, pretty good. So we're going to see a full elf roster here. Going to be making Mr. Zypher very happy. Biologic, you're going to be available after this stream. After the stream. Yes, I should be available, buddy. Yeah, if you'd like to drop a message as to what you'd like to talk about, send me one on the Discord. That'd be fine. Here I think become more of a Caradoc simp. I mean, he loves his elves. He loves his elves. Loves his elves, and what else have I seen him play? Greenskins? Elves and greenskins are his main ones, yeah. For sure. He loves a good skirmish. He loves a good skirmish. Okay. Okay. This got weird now, Zypher. This got weird. This got weird. Oh god. I love it. I love it. I love it. Can I unretract that? Can I unretract it? No, I can't unretract it. God damn. That's enough coffee for you, sir. So what are you guys thinking? So obviously we have Spain, Italy today in the football for the Euros. I know obviously not all of you are football fans, but what are some of you guys thinking about for today? Who do you think is going to win? Do you care? If you do, who do you think is going to win? If you don't, tell me you don't care, and I'll shut up. Oh, Norska! Norska! Let's get Norska in here. I think some Marauder Horse Masters here would be very nice to deal with some of the skirmish cavalry. They can fire whilst moving. I've got everything under control now. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too, CJ. I think Italy should win. I think they're the better team. They did just lose their left back though, which is a bit of a problem. I absolutely love that, Phoenix. I love that indeed. Italy does have better food, so Italy does have better food. Italy has better food. I'd love those to win. Yeah, this is an interesting matchup. I like this matchup. Horsemasters here probably for from the PE side of things. Very good at countering any, because obviously you can't. Dark Riders, Reaper crossbows can't fire whilst moving, so they could be certainly good at getting chased off. What are you expecting here? Lots of dark shards. I actually have no idea about this map, but the boys wanted a swamp map, so they've got a swamp map. If this is unbalanced, listen, it's got nothing to do with me. I assume Norse could go wide here. Yeah, probably. Italy vs England finals, yeah, I think so too. What says you, Phoenix? You think if England brings it home, are you going to be happy? Spain only really has like sort of meh omelets. I don't know. I don't know. It would appear that Benji has no interest in football, just cares how many slaves are going to be here for his dark elves. Well, I think if anybody says it's going to come home, it's going to be Phoenix. She is more than about the football coming home than anybody I've ever known. Such a huge fan of football. Honestly, the biggest fan ever. Every time I go into Discord, that's all she's ever all she's ever talking about. If it's an excuse to drink. Alright, so we're going to be playing on this map, which is surprisingly well balanced. Huh. Well. Fair enough. No arguments here. Alright, so for the front line, we're going to have some Dreadspears with some nice Black Ox Corsair Hambos. Good skirmish there. It's like 3 units of the Black Ox Corsair Hambos, and it's like 3 units of the Dreadspears. We're going to have some Coldborn Knights as well. They're going to be the anti-large. No, yeah, the anti-large shock cavalry. So we're going to be having 2 units of those with some Scourge Runner chariots. Make 3 units of those Scourge Runners. And in the sky, we're going to have 2 Feral Manticores with the Dreadlord with the sword and crossbow here in the sky. On the very nice Dark Pegasus, 125 range, 334 armor piercing, missile strength. We're also going to be having the Sorceress of Fire here on the floor with the Burning Head as well as the Fireball with some more Dread Spears in the back as well. Pretty short on the frontline infantry here, but looks like it's going to be much more of a skirmish game. Here for the Norskans, we're going to have some Norskan Ice Walls with the Beasts of Tashnar. And the big Feral Mammoth. Look at this boy. He is certainly fluffy. We're also going to have a very, very good Shaman Sorcerer of Metal with a Plague of Rust and Searing Doom with Metal Shifting. We'll also be having the Marauders here in the front. And also some Marauder Berserkers. Some Marauders with the great weapons as well. Good armor piercing. More Marauders, more Marauder Berserkers. Norskan Ice Walls, very good there with that Frostbite as well for that negative to speed. And yeah, pretty good as well. Looks like we're going to have 2 Feral Mammoths and we're going to be having Warfric the Wanderer here on a chariot. We'll be having Hunters of Champions and Sea Fang. More Norskan Warhounds as well, which should be pretty good. I currently have a Tequila Sunrise and nobody has even kicked a ball. Yeah, somehow I think somehow Phoenix, you having a drink and football don't go hand in hand. Yeah, this is a surprisingly good map. I've not seen the Mosquito. I don't think it's in the normal intensities list, which is the one I normally use. I don't think so, but this is a nice one. I like it. I might use it more often. Yeah, only 8 infantry, 5 dogs. So I think it's like relatively wide. Yeah, you're looking at sort of like an 18 stack here, maybe 19. And you're sort of looking at like a 15 stack here. It's going to be a little bit wider, but how are you going to deal with these the Scourge Runner chariots? Sorry, I don't know. They're going to be very good at killing off your Feral Mammoths. So shots here, they're really good here into the Norskan Ice Wolves. Yeah, I've heard Tequila Sunrise is really nice actually. I'm not a big drinker, but I tried some cocktails before and there are some really nice cocktails. So every Christmas what we do, and I think Phoenix can get behind this, is my sister and my dad, and we all normally get in on it as well. So instead of having like an advent calendar, every single day we try a different drink. Instead of having a chocolate every day for the advent calendar, we try a different drink every day. So we buy like loads of different books that have loads of different combinations of drinks, and yeah, we normally do that. Oh my god! So over here, it looks like the Cold War Knights have been absolutely decimated here. I actually don't know what happened there, but they died really fast. Now it looks like here the Warhounds just ripped them to shreds. Looks like here we do have, oh, very nice. We are going to be having the Warfric here just skirting up against the backside of the Sorceress. Hunters of Champions going down on top of her. Looks like there was a Doom Bolt there going up against Warfric on his chariot. Poison Warhounds in, really able to deal with the Feral Manticore. Shots in here from the Blackheart Corsairs, whilst they're just going to be kiting, they are going to be shooting here into the Marauders. Scourge Runner Chariots are going to be shooting as well. They're going to be hitting the backside with my beautiful Feral Mammoth. Don't you hurt my Mammoth. And yep, he's going to be running in the background. Burning Head should be able to come through to the front line pretty quickly. One across here could do some really nice, good infantry damage. Beast of Tashnar could probably deal with the Scourge Runner Chariots. They do lack the necessary armor piercing though, but they do have anti-large armor and also bonus for large. Cold War Knights here going to fight up against the Feral Mammoth. Feral Mammoth has whacked quite a few models there. Looks like we have managed to break the Feral Manticore, and in comes the Mammoth, absolutely decimating these units of the Cold Ones. Amazing stuff. Apologies there, I am super struggling. In the pocket here, though, we're going to have some Dread Spears fighting up against the Marauders. It looks like we have the Beasts of Tashnar fighting up against the Black Ark Corsairs. Very nice Serum Doom coming down the pocket to remove the Beasts of Tashnar. But in come the very nice Norscan Ice Wolves. They're going to get into the back. They're going to try and shut down here. Nice attack there. That is going to slow them down to a 54 speed. They are going to give up, though, which is a bit surprising. I think they're going to hop on this force here, try and shut down a lot of this pocket. In comes the double Feral Mammoths with that nice Terror. And in the back here, you're not really worried about too much else. A lot of it is going to be going down. Apparently, balance of power is super even here. Not quite sure I believe that. But, yeah, looks like the Norsemen are going to be surrounding here fully on this pocket. So they have managed to catch the Sorceress of Fire. What's going down here? Is this going to be a Burning Head? Oh, so it is going to be a Burning Head going through the pocket here. They're going to manage to get on top of some of those Marauder Berserkers. So they've broken some Marauders and got on the units as well. So here we have broken some Norscan Ice Wolves. In the back we will be having Wolfric trying to chase off as they have been terrified here for the Black Ark Corsairs. Charge coming in for the Beasts of Tashnar. They'll certainly clean up crew here pretty quickly. Over here in the middle we are seeing the Shaman Sorcerer of Metal and the rest trying to fight up against the Sorceress. There's 100 champions going down on her. Negative armor, negative melee defense, and negative speed. Very good there, getting her caught in this combat. And I think unfortunately here going to be getting really overwhelmed by the fantastic micro here from the Swamp Boy PE. He is going to be just overwhelming here in this Swamp Forest. In the sky, looks like the Dreadlord with the Sword and Shield is going to be fighting. Good luck, have fun. So shots now have been alleviated here from the Squadron Chariots. Plague of Rust has gone down for negative 30 armor, 50 left for those. Should really aid the Beast of Tashnar to take down the Chariots. We have lost the Firecaster. Bunny's plan now is only slightly going into Bunny's favour, which has been interesting. I think Bunny's is pretty comfortably winning this, actually. I don't always agree with this balance of power nonsense. But I think a lot of it's going to be there's lots of ammunition for the Dreadlord and the sword, and it's pretty healthy there. A lot of the balance of power is also going to be on Wolfric's pretty weak. Coming through, rampaging is going to be the Feral Mammoth. He's going to be coming through, and he actually kills a single model of the Squadron Chariots. He just takes one model and just absolutely butt slams it. Coming through here is going to be Wolf of the Wanderer. He's going to certainly skirt over here and push off the Squadrunners. They will come back because they have been terrified, so you probably wanted to continue to push those. But it looks like going to be rampaging is the Feral Mammoth over here, with the other Squadrunners and the rest which have been broken. Balance of power really going back and forward here. As you can see, Wolfric is going to be breaking. Shots coming out of the Dreadlord, I imagine. There's not too much to take care of the Dreadlord with the sword and crossbow, but you need to aid some of this stuff and push it off. You need to really get the Beast of Tashnar here to push off these Squadron Chariots as quickly as possible. Quite a few units here have been shattered as well. We've got another Squadron Chariot coming back, and I don't see how balance of power is so favouring the Dark Elves at the moment, simply because there's nothing here for them to fight with. Black Ark Corsairs have been caught, just like the Shaman Sorcerer is going to be fighting. Plague of Rust, negative 30, really helping the Marauder Great Weapons punch up against the armoured Black Ark Corsairs. 80 armour, pretty good in general. Shots coming through, they're actually going to be hitting the Shaman Sorcerer Metal. Looks like here we have broken using the Black Ark Corsairs. Edge of the map's not super far away, so should be able to push herself pretty comfortably. And I'm not sure what ability this guy has. He has... oh, the Volley of the Dark Arrows. Okay, that's a pretty good ability. Looks like here we have lost the caster though. Balance of power now starting to shift, but I don't know how you're going to have so much balance of power when you've got just a cheap Dreadlord and a Squadron Chariot that has 2 models left with 1000 HP. It's a little bit confusing to me. We have two pretty much 3/4 Mammoths. We have 2 Berserkers, 2 Marauders. We have the Beasts of Tashnar. And we have some more melee infantry over here with some in the back as well with some Norscan Ice Wolves. So this doesn't count as engaging. The Dreadlord just shooting up in the sky does not count as engaging. So, but we do actually have the Black Ark Corsairs coming in. So once the Black Ark Corsairs are dealt with, this will be fine. Shots coming in from those, really dealing with the Beasts of Tashnar, so very nice. Getting rid of that mobility is very handy here. As you can see, lots of damage going on the Squadron Chariots. They have been terrified. It's going to be one model left here. Negative 22 leadership. Surprised that hasn't shattered. That is a little bit silly there. That's not gone. As you can see, the Squadrons are going to be hiding in the forest, trying to keep as much balance of power as it truly can. Black Ark Corsairs are going to be shooting into the Naked Mammoth. He only has 30 armor. He's really susceptible here to going down. That mammoth is going to be wavering. He just needs to keep moving back and forward just to stabilize here a moment. There we go. So he is going to stabilize. So that Scourge Runner did go off the edge of the battlefield. The other one is going to be hidden, but it has the potential to break. Right, I see. Thank you very much, Phoenix. That's why Phoenix is it's always handy to have you around, because you just know, you know so much, and I know so little. But yes, very good here with the Marauders just fighting over here. But it looks like I'm just going to be shooting here. Once this ammunition is gone, there's going to be 5 lots of ammunition left. I think here just keep hopping at the weaker Ferrum Mammoth. That would be quite nice indeed. Scourge Runners here at the back could certainly deal with the Marauders. They're waiting for this specific engagement, and they're going to absolutely chew through here and do some really good damage here up against the Berserkers. Dreadlord is going to be having 3 lots of ammunition left. Lots of shots going here on Feral Mammoth. They are going to be chasing here after the Cold One Knights. Now the Chariots are chasing after the Marauder Berserkers, and they can continuously cycle charge, but they only have 1 model left, so I don't really know how that works. But I'm pretty sure single entity models can't continuously cycle charge. But it looks like here the Cold War Knights have Rampage. Anyway, so it's going to be 9 models here fighting up against these lovely, lovely Feral Mammoths. Let me just stroke this one. He's done very well today. Who's a good boy? You are. It's like a puppy that I want, right? Look at it. Look at it. But yeah, lots of damage. So we have shattered the Cold War Knights, and it is just going to be the Dreadlord in the sky. Has used all of its ammunition, and now we must engage. Now we are engaged over here with a broken unit of Marauder Berserkers. But as we can see here, there's not going to be much left. I apologise for my nose. I am just hilariously struggling. So he is going to go into the floor, and he is going to be fighting up against the Feral Mammoth. So he is going to get surrounded here. There's really not a lot he can do. Big swing there coming from the Feral Mammoth. Not actually going to hit. It is going to cause him to rampage though. We do have 45 melee defense for the Dreadlords. Big shit here. Big swings here from the head. These Feral Mammoths are just absolutely wrecking this very, very nice Dreadlord on a Pegasus here. That was an awesome build from Bunnies. Really, really cool build. Stupid elves. Get out of my swamp. Fantastic. 780 from Wolfric. 500 for the Shaman Sorcerer of Metal. Really good here in this matchup. 300, 240, 420, 230 with 166 for the Marauders. 900 here for the Marauder Great Weapons. Such a good unit for such cheap value. As well as 500, 440 here for the Marauder Berserkers. 588, 250 here for the Norscan Warhounds. 600 for the Beasts of Tashnar, 840 and 675 for the nice ice Wolfhounds. 1,600 and 1,000 here for the Feral Mammoths, making a really nice build here from PE and Caradoc. Really, really nice. Mr. Icebear, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. 2,500 for the Dreadlord with the sword and shield. Sorry, with the sword and crossbow. 460 from the Sorceress. 280, 780, 90, 500 for the Black Ark Corsairs, 1,100 as well. So yeah, they did pretty good overall. Spear struggled a little bit. 130, 425 from the Cold War Knights. They just got wrecked. But 855, 900 and 1,250 from the Scourge Runner Chariots. 450 and 370 from the Feral Manticores. GG's. Well played. Fantastic. Epic swamp battle indeed. The swamp battle we deserved. Fantastic. So I've probably got time for a couple more here, guys. So we'll pop in here and we'll see. Yeah, we've got 2 left. We've got Cowboy Bob and Fort Poland, which should be pretty fun. Right, so let's get... I don't think I have you added, Cowboy Bob. But you are up. Password is 123, my friend. Let's change here. We'll change up all of this. We'll put a nice picture on as well. Let's get the... this one. That was really nice. I got sent that yesterday. That's going to be going to 0 here for Caradoc. Caradoc is going to be today's current leader with 2 wins. We can also go here and change this. And we can go... Cowboy Bob is what I'm going to call you. I'm certainly not going to put on what your other name was. And here we can see that it's going to be 1-0 for Deadly Bunnies. More Swamp of Terror. Right, let's see if we can find some more swamps. Here we go. We have another swamp. Here we go. We're going to be playing on this one next. Hey, God Eater, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing really well today. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Alright, let me go blow my nose again because it is killing me. Swamp of Terror, please. Alright, Swamp of Terror it is. The people have demanded the Swamp of Terror. And the Swamp of Terror they will get. Is it called the Swamp of Terror? It is not. It must be called just Swamp of Terror. The Swamp of Terror. I feel like we never get enough bloated corpses. I agree, Shetland. I agree. Logic, can I still take part? What I'll do for you, God Eater, is I will put you in the list after... What have we got here? I will put you in the list afterwards. I cannot promise we'll get to you, but after 4 Poland, if there is time, I will throw you one. I'm not gonna lie, that screen blocker is awesome. Thank you very much, Krell. Came in from Mr. Hammond, who's a really, really cool dude. Right, let me go blow my nose because it is slaughtering me right now. So give me a second. Alrighty. Alright, looks like Mr. Bunnies is ready. Ooh, Beastman up against Chaos before the DLC. Love it. I love it indeed. Alrighty, so I do apologise, I am suffering here today. I feel we'll need a King of the Hill where you just keep the same Lord if you win. Ooh. I could do a faction King of the Hill where you take in a faction and you have to only use that faction for the King of the Hill. That could be pretty interesting. Or would you want a faction with a lord? So, for example, you could be Belagar Ironhammer with the Darwi. And then he would be your king. Ooh. Now this is a map. I've actually cast on this map before. Very interesting map indeed. I have, yes, and honestly, I take all of the no sprays. I try all of the tablets. It just absolutely ruins me. All right, the Lord Raw must be in. Okay. Alright, so over here then, with the Chaos. This seems a very Chaos Beastmen worthy map. We are going to have some Chaos Warhounds with poison. Also some Marauder Horse Masters, 1, 2, 3 units with more Horse Masters and 2 Horsemen. Very good skirmish cavalry there in the front. As well as Sathriel, the Ever-Watcher. Sathriel is absolutely no joke. Good speed, good terror, good magic options, as well as good melee stats. Stand or Die, Arcane Conduit, Scroll of Power, as well as Final Transmutation, with a nice Unbreakable status, causes terror, 25% magic resistance with 50% missile resistance as well. Chosen in the front with some more Chosen, and a last unit of Chosen. Now I believe you can take 3 Chosen units, but the other 3 you can't. Just double check that's enough numbers. That is going to be enough numbers. And here, for the Beastmen, we will be having Ungors in the front line. Very good with those shields, as well as some Centaurs here in the middle. Coming alongside some Ungor Raiders, as well as some Chaos Warhounds with poison. We'll also be having quite a few units of those bad boys, with some Cygors and some Centaurs with the throwing axes. You can only take 4 units of these, but they are certainly good at what they do. So a very interesting build here. Alongside it looks like a Khazrak One-Eye, who will be maintaining in this faction, alongside the Bray Shaman of Wild, one of the best winter magic in the game. Here with the Jagged Dagger, Bray Scream, Vile Tide, and Bestial Surge. It looks like here with Khazrak One-Eye, we will be having the Apocalyptic Vision, Deadly Onslaught, and the Dark Mail. 20% damage resistance when engaged in melee combat is also very, very good. Very interesting stuff here. There's going to be lots of skirmish from the Horse Masters. 90 range here up against, was it 80? From the throwing axes. 70. A very nice Voltol there, just missing, unfortunately. So I'll throw in the pocket. It's going to be fighting up against some Ungor herds. He'll certainly be able to tear out those pretty quickly. Coming over here are going to be the double chariots. They are going to be quicker than Sathriel as well. Big charge there in the backside. 105 charge bonus, 113 actually for Kazarak, and it's like 76 here for the rest. Good armor piercing for both sides as well. They're going to be certainly poking here up against Arthuril. Plus 24 melee defense, giving him 64, so should be able to negate a lot of that damage coming through. Still going to be hitting here though, as the front line does come forward with Chosen. Now there really isn't anything here apart from the throwing axes that can deal with these Chosen. They do have some good armor piercing. A lovely brace screen coming down there in the front as well. Going to be doing some good damage up against the Chosen. Brace screen, very good armor piercing. Volatile can be as well when also overcasted. Shots are going to come down from the Marauder Horsemen. They're going to be shooting into Cataract, doing that good damage over time. No healing from both sides here, so it's going to be a pretty fair contest in general. Like in the front here, the Chosen are going to be fighting up against Cataract One Eye. Nice good close up here, so they're going to be carving through with their axes, really doing some good damage here in the front line. Lots of skirmish going to be coming in the back. And so we have some more chaos with the Warhounds here chasing up against the Centaurs. We've had some Chaos Warhounds with poison, have managed to slow down 3 units of the skirmish cavalry, allowing the Centaurs to come through. I'm going to sneeze in a moment. But here the Chosen are going to be fighting up against the Ungor herds. And in the front here we are going to be having Sarthrol the Everwatcher fighting up against the Bray Shaman and also Cataract One Eye. In the front, it looks like the Ungors have been broken due to the Chosen, which is normally what you would expect. They should be able to carve through those guys pretty quickly here, but they have taken a lot of damage, which is quite surprising for such an elite unit. Ungors are going to be shooting in the pocket as well here, the Raiders from the Beastmen. Balance are going to be pretty even. And so here we are going to be having a transmutation. Is that transportation going down there? Final transportation? Looks like it. Didn't see too much damage coming out of that. I think mostly it was trying to get on top of the Brays. Shaman 1 and Kazrak are going to be using Apocalyptic Vision to really aid the Centaurs in fighting here up against the Chosen. They have pretty good melee stats, good charge as well, so when they come in they do some good work. Dark Mail going to go down to really aid up against this elite infantry. There's not really much support here on offer for them. They do have some good skirmish cavalry, but they're very far away is the only problem. It's okay, the Chaos Warhounds with poison have been broken from the Chaos side of things, and so we are going to be shooting into the Centaurs using the Marauder Horse Masters. One Horse Masters is going to be down to half health. Banter Power going to be favouring the Deadly Bunnies here and the Norskins, which is what you love to see here from the Big Moo. And here in the middle we are going to be having a Scroll of Power as well as Arcane Conduit for Sarthril the Everwatcher. Sarthril getting ready here for another final transmutation. Will be very good here for Cataract One Eye. And it looks like here Shot's still going to be going down up against him. He does actually have 50% missile resistance, so that missile resistance is going to be negated. But throwing axes are going to be dealing with his Chosen very well. Throwing axes here have some very good armor piercing. 32 armor piercing, missile strength, coming here with 22 armor piercing. Really good stuff there, damaging up against the Chosen. They're going to be having 0 leadership, they're going to be wavering, and there we go, they do break. But we do have some more Chosen coming on the flanks. With some really good micro here from the Centaurs from Bunnies. They should be able to shoot against Sarthril. Arm piercing should be able to get through that very low armor, but they will be negating a lot of that damage coming through. Chosen are going to be coming through. The two Chosen are going to try and meet in the middle here and try and aid Sarthril in pushing back and throwing axes. Here in the middle, though, it looks like we do have Kazrak, the Beast Shaman, and the Centaurs fighting up against another Chosen. I love this from Bunnies. He's been playing very good. This is what he does really well. He's very good at isolating units that have been left on their own. 3 units here of the Horse Masters are going to be coming through to shoot Kazrak One Eye as well. In the back, though, we have 2 Centaurs fighting up against the Horse Masters. They have a very nice 95 speed. Going to be 5 faster there than the Horse Masters and Horsemen. Sarthril as well is going to be in the middle of the pocket here, getting shot by Ungors, throwing axes, everything, and charges coming in here. Jagged Dagger, as well as Apocalyptic Vision, Deadly Onslaught. Going to be charging here into Sarthril the Everwatcher and the Chaos. It was a really cool Chaos build here. 4 units of Chosen, lots of skirmish cavalry, Sarthril the Everwatcher. Awesome stuff, but unfortunately here I think it was just too elite here to deal with that infantry. Maybe he was expecting Bestigals. But mass Centaurs coming through, they're going to be charging in and doing all the damage they possibly can do. As you see, the Horse Masters are charging in the back up against the Ungor Raiders. 2 units are going to be shut down this backline range. Once they're broken as well, that could be some really nice work there. Looks like the Ungor Raiders will be 27 leadership. That's there, it's not quite true. a nice Valtide there, breaking the Marauder Horse Masters. Very nice work. As you can see, the Skirmish Cavalry on the left-hand side have one up against the Ungol Raiders, and they're now going to be shooting into Kazrak One Eye. Lots of Centicles here. Going to come through and finish up against Safra the Everwatcher. Nice Brace Scream here to do some good damage up against the Chosen. And that looks to be it. It looks like we have some Mortal Horse Masters on the periphery, as well as some Chaos Warhounds with poison. But I think this is going to be all said and done here for the Chaos. A really nice charge coming through here up against Safriel. Big hit there. And looks like here going to be blocking Kazrak. These two running dirty together for the entire game as well is really excellent micro from Bunnies. And, you know, when Bunnies, even though maybe this is or isn't a meme, but really well played from Bunnies. Bunnies is a really good player when he puts his mind to it. Poon and Friends is going to be dropping, and really, really well played. I apologise yet again for my nose. My nose is struggling so hard. Really good stuff from Bunnies. We're going to get 1,770 here for Kazrak. 2,200 for the Bray Shaman. If anybody wants to see how to use a Bray Shaman correctly, this is the place. Bunnies is an excellent Bray Shaman player. A really, really good Beastman player as well. And for the front line, 97, 90, and 77 for the Ungol Herds. 305, 518 for the Ungol Raiders. 360, 600, 880, and 816 for the Centigores. Throwing axes, 720, 680, 450, and 500. And as I say for the poison, 260, 105, and 99. As you can see here, Safriol with 690, 400, 550, 733, and 352, from the Chosen. Good amount of kills, but just not really the value you would hope from them. Unfortunately there, they just got isolated by truckloads of throwing axes. 355, 370, 485, 950, 1,200, as well as 650 with 115 and 270 here for the Warhounds. So really good stuff from the Marauder Horse Masters. I really like Horse Masters. They're very good. They really are. Some of the best units you have to offer here for the Chaos, for sure. Honestly panicked for taking too long. Oh. That mobility is hard to deal with. Yeah, that mobility is hard to deal with. It was a very good game. I really enjoyed that. Couldn't get a final transportation. I think he was trying to towards the end to get another one there on Malagor. And, not Malagor, sorry. On top of Kazrak and the Bray Shaman. Yeah, I did that last time, actually, Parkerilla. I got the local honey last time, and it really helped out. It really did. GG's indeed. GG's well played. So the last person here should be... Let's have a look. It should be For Poland. Fantastic. So we'll finish up here with Mr. For Poland. And then I will take my suffering backside to go watch the football. Try and see if we can get God Eater in as well if we have time. So there was another swamp out here, so we'll get another swamp going. We'll get a third swamp in here. So we're going to go through all the swamp maps, because why not? We'll get through all the swamp maps and we'll see what we've got going on there. Right, I'm going to try and blow my nose again and try and make sure that I Spain versus Italy equals VC mirror. I don't know if it's that bad. Alrighty. No, I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling. I want to try and get as many matches out for you guys though as possible. So please understand that I don't want to be struggling this badly, but I'm going to try my best for you all. I spotted a nice blocker. This is what we got here. So we got this one that was sent in as well. Nice Thoric blocker there for you guys. Alright, looks like we're just waiting for Bunnies to make a pick. Not sure what Bunnies is doing. Who's playing tonight? Spain. Yeah, Spain versus Italy. Yeah. I wanted to bring Chosen and Skirmish Cav, but couldn't get it filled outright. That's alright, Bob. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. When ogres dominate, when ogres release, they will dominate the swamp maps. Indeed, they will dominate the swamp maps. I think you can take 4 normal Chosen. So Grimgor, Bandits, Men, and Wood Elves. Oh, Dowie, straight Dowie pick from 4 Poland, coming in with a legendary Dowie. Making Logic very happy. Happy Logic noises, indeed. I'm pretty sure Warriors of Chaos can take it. Let me double check. Warriors of Chaos. No, they can only take 3. Yeah, that's correct. You can take 3 Chosen, but you can take a variant of 8 of them. So you can take a maximum of 8. So you could take 3 normal Chosen, 3 Halberds, and 3 Great Weapons. No, that'd be 9. So you could take 2 of one of them and 3 of the other 2. For sure. Well, Safrael actually counts as a mount. So does Kolek. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Me likey. Cool. At this point, Logic is more of an undead than human being. Still trying his best. I'm trying my best. I'm like at the end of the game where the Kepler Guard are like, they're like constantly regenerating. I just keep drinking my Bugman's Brew here, otherwise known as coffee, and I keep trying to push through it. But actually what's really happening is I'm losing the battle. I'm slowly debilitating. I'm going back to the undead realms that I came from. Right, Logic, did you see the ROR Gorgon and the other flying monster? Yes, so there's the Jabber Scythe. So you're going to get a Gorgon, an ROR Gorgon, and a Jabber Scythe, which should be quite cool. I think you'll also be getting an ROR Jabber Scythe, and I don't know what else I can say, but there's going to be more as well. Do you think we will see Balrog in Warhammer 3? Yes. I think we will. There's a simple answer to that, Mr. Crow. Leadership is going to be strong, it seems. Aye. BM have manticores now, right? Maybe. I think they have manticore summons. I don't know if they have manticores yet. Maybe, not that I can think of. Maybe I forgot it, but maybe they do. The jab thing, ROR has sick color. Yeah, I think either the Gorgon or the Jabbersive has regen as well. I can't remember which one. But welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. Apologies for anyone that is joining. I am suffering to... I'm just suffering. Hay fever is just destroying my face, and I'm loving it. But if you are brand new here and you are loving all of the content you're seeing here today, please feel free to subscribe and also like the video. That would really help me here. So that would be awesome if you could do either one of those two things. But we are going to be going here with PE up against For Poland. He's actually going to be 2-0 up. And if he wins this one here, he will actually be today's winner, because nobody's going to be able to join him in his massive victory. So if we go for score for him, because he actually won his second game there. He won his first against the Dark Elves with Caradoc, won the second there up against Cowboy Bob. And now he's going to be fighting up against For Poland. Oh, Poland. Alright, looks like my face has settled down a little bit. Not too bad for now. I mean, now I say that, I'd probably jinx myself, but my face is struggling. So we're going to be going into our third swamp map, as you can see here. Oh, I know the swamp map, yeah. This is a pretty interesting swamp map. This is going to be a third swamp map, because here... The reason we're doing swamp maps today is because Bunny's demanded swamp maps, so he's going to get only swamp maps. I like it. Back, how did the DE match turn out? With a loss, I'm afraid. He lost to Norska. Screw nature. Indeed. Nature's terrible. Terrible nature. I like this one. This is going to be like the swamps here in the nice Lizardman realms. So for the boys in green, we are going to be having, with Mr. Bunnies, we are going to be having Grimgor Ironhide, who, will you see here, will have 70 charge bonus on foot. He's going to have the second, well, he's going to have the joint top highest charge bonus on foot. Lots of armor piercing, weapon strength, 70 melee attack, good leadership, good armor, as well as Gitsnick for the 50% armor piercing, 24 melee attack, as well as Your Next, which is basically Hunters of Champions, and also Best of the Best. We'll be having the giant river troll hag when we find that lovely lady. She'll be on the front. She will be having Spirit Leech as well as Purple Sun Sexorus, and also Mither with that very nice overwhelming odor. We'll be having Orc boys in the front. The boys here of the Orc variety, they're going to be bringing the War. We're also going to have some black chalks here, and there's going to be some more in the forest if we can see it. So I'm going to have a Goblin Big Boss here on a foot. He's going to be on foot. He's going to support Grimgor. So he's not going to be on a wolf. We're going to have some nice Snotling Pump Wagons, the Flappers variety, which I believe have more charge and they're faster. Not quite so much armor piercing, weapon strength, if I'm correct. What else have we got here? This is a build, for sure. This is a build. So more Flappers, more Black Chalks, more Orc boys. I love it. I love it. Alright, so here we are going to be having some Miners with blasting charges, with some Dwarf Warriors in the front line, lots of blasting charges, as well as some Thunderers, Longbeards, to really bolster that front line, with some anti-large Iron Drakes as well. The Torhammer Torpedoes certainly going to be coming here to do some work. We're going to have the Goblobber, the Grudge Thrower. The Grudge Thrower is very good. And they're going to be having the Discourage, lots of armor piercing and 440 range, with the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass on top. We'll also be having the ROR Dragonback Slayers with that very, very nice ability here, which will be the power of the Dragonback for that negative to fire damage and negative speed. I'm not sure what else we've got in here. Looks like some more Miners of blasting charges, and the Lord choice today will be Ungrim Iron Fist. He will be having the Death Blow, which increases his armor piercing and base weapon damage when he drops below 20% health. So getting him in there, getting him fighting, and doing all the good bits and bobs that he does is going to be very, very good. Looks like both of these bad boys are going to be ready. So let's see what we have today. Ready, good luck, have fun. 477 units here for the boys in green. Should be interesting indeed. Anti-large should work against Grimgor. Indeed, Mr. Zyver. It should indeed. Logic Turin. Oh, thanks, Crow. Juchi don't lose. They weigh their enemies in false security, fall back, and then strike harder when the enemy is worn out. I want to believe you, Benji. I want to believe you. I love the noises when the Goblobber throws, and the reason I love it is because you just hear the goblins that are like strapped to the ball there when they're flying in the air. It's so cool to hear them. That's why you get that discouraged, because with these throws, you can hear that there. You can hear them. They're strapped to the balls, and as they're getting thrown in the air at their enemies, that's what causes that discourage, right? I think it should actually be a multiplier for greenskins as well, because it actually has goblins on it, so it should be interesting. Predictions. My prediction for this match is it's going to be very hard for the greenskins to win this. There is lots of blasting charges, lots of thunderers, iron drakes, as well as a grob thrower. Coming through the trees, though, we are going to be having the Snotman pump wagons. They're going to be coming through to do some good work for sure. Blasting charges in the front should really help deal with the lovely Orc boys in the front. We really can't see too much just now, but thunderers are going to be shooting. I'm going to clear my Snoz out, and here on the right hand side we're going to see the Snotling pump wagons just going to be waiting, lurking here in the dark. Look at these boys, look at the flappers coming forward. Fantastic stuff. These flappers are going to be good anti-infantry, just janky units that come through. And look at that, look at the way they just cycle through these dwarfs. Excellent stuff there. Explosions going down as well, so you'll be able to see here. They have the mechanics, which is pump harder lands, gives them the increased speed, charge, and everything. And they also have Strider, so they're very good here indeed. I apologise. God damn it. So in the front, we're going to be having Grimgor here fighting up against Mines of Blasting Charges and Ungrim. Oh no. Stop it. Grimgor, now we're going to have a duel of the people. We're going to have a nice Grimgor here fighting up against Ungrim. Another sneeze as well, as we are going to have your next. They need Stabby coming down on Ungrim. Spirit Leech as well coming down. Ungrim is going to die super quickly here if you're not careful. Dragback Slayers coming in to really deal with Grimgor. Gitsnick went down as well. And here we go. We have the anti-large Iron Drakes coming in, really wrecking apart Grimgor. Grimgor is going to push through. He is going to come after the backside booty here. Mither going down, slowing down Ungrim as well. Thunderers are in to shoot. Grimgor, big slam here in the back. But it looks like he is going to back off. Blasting Giants on the front up against the Orc boys. Looks like here the Black Orcs are going to be fighting up against the Longbeards. Blasting Charges coming down for the Miners. As you can see, Dwarf Warrior Great Weapons also going to come assist in the front line of the Black Orcs. Black Orcs here are super struggling. I said really not going to be assisted here by any sort of front line. Flappers are really getting in the back though and shutting down. We have lost the Goblin Big Boss. That's a bit of a shame. Grimgor got shot half to death. Flappers are going to be doing some good work. Looks like the Swampy Thing Trolls, the terror-causing trolls here with regeneration, going to be doing some good work there in the pocket as well. Black Orcs, the Crimson Killers. I didn't even see we had the Crimson Killers. What a man here. What a man Deadly Bunnies is coming in with these bad boys with the double axes. Crimson Killers are going to come in and they're certainly going to work these boys hard. Wah is going to go off. Crimson Killers here with their double axes. Very good at 70 melee attack as well. They're just going to chew apart any infantry they come across. 63 armor piercing weapon strength as well. Just absolutely excellent unit there. Looks like the Swampy Troll things are going to be in the back. They're going to be slamming here up against the Iron Drakes or Hammer Torpedoes, causing that really nice poison. Good armor piercing. And they are going to be regenerated, but they got shot really hard here in the back from the Thunderers. More Thunderers shooting in as well. Looks like here the Dwarf crew has been taken off at the Goblobber. Very interesting there to see that. But everything's coming over here to the left-hand side. Looks like Grimgor is back, and so is the Goblin. The Goblin Big Boss might be able to aid here with removing Ungrim. But it looks like here the Crimson Killers are going to be trying their best. They're certainly going to be trying their best to work hard here. Immune to Psychology for the Crimsons. But they also have a fire weakness. I'm not too sure why they have a fire weakness. Not too sure why it's a fire weakness in the Crimson Killers. Doesn't quite make sense to me. But they're... Oh, they've been hit by the Dragonback Slayers. That makes sense. They fight up against the Dragonback Slayers. Looks like here we have lost the Goblin Big Boss. Balance of power shifting heavily into the Darby favour. Blasting charges coming in the back on the Orc Boys. And this very lovely Darby force here is going to be holding up against the might of the Greyskin Horde. Shots coming in the back from the Thunderers, really ripping apart these Black Orcs. Black Orcs really need to push into the back and shut down the Iron Drake to the torpedoes. Ungrim's going to be back in the pocket as well. Grimgor has nowhere... Grimgor can run, but he has nowhere to hide, unfortunately. He can't really get in here too much. He's just going to get shot by something. Wavering is going to be Grimgor. GG's, well played. And as like Denny Bunnies will be drawing here for the top spot. Now this here was a fun build. So as we can see here, Grimgor got 702, 91 for the Goblin Big Boss, and 300 for the Giant River Troll Hag. It's like 180 for the Orc Boys, 400 and 470 with 730 for the Black Orcs, 717 for the Crimson Killers, with 240 for the Swamp Things. So we've got 140, 380, 360 and 280 for the Snotling Pump Wagons. And here for Ungrim, we got 430, 300, 220, 260, 130, and 530 for the Miners and Blasting Charges and the Urkram Miners. 230 for the Dwarf Warriors, 250 and 84, and for the Longbeards, 340 and 176. Our Warriors of Dragonfire Pass got 160 damage value, 1,300 for the Dragonback Slayers, 855, 1,650 for the Thunderers, 1,430, 1,780 for the Iron Drake Torhammer Torpedoes, with 550 from the Goblobber. Really nice build, GG's, well played. Logic, you missed my question. Sorry, buddy. Your question. Yeah, I know what to hear Logic's thoughts on it. On what, buddy? By the way, can you do a stream tomorrow talking about Beastmen and Lizardmen units? Can I do it tomorrow? Let me double check. But yes, if you guys want that, I should be able to do that. I'll have a conversation and see if I have the ability to do that. I should do. I will have to prepare for it, and if I'm allowed to do it, you can't try having fun against dwarves. It's why the new meta is going to be as bad as the last one. Stunty. Yeah, I could do. Is that something you guys would want? Would you want me to go over the Lizardmen, Beastmen, and Dwarf changes? Would you like me to go over that? Or is that something you guys could be interested in? If it is, I'll double check if I can do it, and I'll get it done. Hold on. Alright, God Eater, would you like to play? Would you like to play? I can squeeze you in right now. I am struggling, but I will fit you in. Let's see if God Eater is online. God Eater, there we are. Perfect. You fit in Looks like we've run out of troll maps as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put map is set. We're going to do Summer Song. Love that map indeed. Right, I'll be right back. I've got to just start something up. Yeah, that's what... Yeah, that's why Logic should do it. To be honest, I feel like a lot of the other content creators have already done that. Yeah, this is my problem, and I talked to Ducky about this, right? Ducky is an excellent caster, and he is going to be getting later access than some of the other guys. And I think in the Warhammer community for multiplayer, he's going to be having one of the bigger forces in the multiplayer scene, especially on the Europe side of things. But he's going to get access like a couple of days later than everybody else. You know, for example, Turin. You know, Turin's a phenomenal streamer, and so he should get really early access. But the old threshold to getting where the same level that Turin and everybody else would be was 8,000 subscribers, and Ducky is at about 5.4k subscribers. But they've now bumped it up to 15,000. So they've nearly doubled it. And for me, I would have been able to get in the old system with 800 subscribers, but now I need 1,000. So it's put both of us a little bit far out, and because we don't have early access, I have to be careful about what I do and don't talk about, and Ducky can't have early access when everybody else has it. So going through all of it means when I go through it, it's a bit late, but I guess that's the way it is until we become bigger, I guess. Or, you know, if we become bigger. It's not a guarantee, and I guess that's why CA are trying to keep a lid on it, because I think they've accepted a lot of people. And, you know, there's a lot of good content creators out there. But if you guys want us to be doing that sort of content, then that is something that, you know, just keep supporting us. Keep doing all the amazing things that you're doing. And we will be able to provide that. I want to provide... I want to provide as much information as I can for you guys. I want to go through as many breakdowns as I can. I want to do what I can, but I have to do it when I do it. And being that all the other bigger guys get early access, just have to wait for it, I'm afraid. Stream in German, less subs needed. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Sadly, my German sucks. If anything, I'd enjoy a bit of Belagar. When can chill and talk about some of the DLC stuff. Yeah, okay, well, I think Belagar will be tomorrow. So what we'll do is I will stream Belagar for a live stream tomorrow, and we will talk about it. So my target, and I said this earlier in the stream, it's the first time I've ever said it. I would love to get 1,000 subscribers for Warhammer 3. That would be amazing for me. If I could do that, that would allow me to give you early Total War Warhammer 3 content and really go through all of the amazing stuff with you guys here that follow me. And I'll be able to touch up on, you know, obviously it will come out after Turin and all that, get it. But still, I'd like to be able to touch on some of that with you guys. So yeah, hopefully we can do that. But just give me 2 seconds, guys. Just gonna go next door, fire up the old system so we can get the footy ready. But we'll do a last game here, as Godita did very kindly ask. We'll fire him in here. This will be the final game. So thank you very much to everybody that has hung out today. I will do a leaving message as well with some cool content to come for the rest of the week. So just give me 2 seconds. You don't need to You don't need me to say this, but your Son of the Mountains mega tournament last week really had great numbers. Yeah, thanks, buddy. It was really successful, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. Like meeting all the amazing guys that we did for the Dowie tournament, and getting everyone together was really enjoyable. Also, something that really surprised me on its success. So my most successful video or / live stream was my multiplayer tournament, which was the old versus new tournament. It nearly hit 1,000 views, and I've got 780 views on my other one, and they're my top 2 views. Like for a super long time. So for entire 5 months worth of content, my Total War Warhammer 3 Conquer Your Demons reaction got my most views. And at the moment, those 2 have taken over, which is really awesome. That's been in the last couple of weeks, which is really nice. I do have a mega tournament coming forward, so we are going to be doing another Son of the Mountains type tournament, but it's either going to be Beastmen or Lizardmen. Battleways are attracting bigger and bigger names. Yeah, I think it's getting there, and it's not all about the big names. Yeah, I have 55 likes on the night. The Son of the Mountains tournament is now my most liked content, which is really awesome. Is now my most liked, or not my most viewed, but my most liked. I'm not sure what's happened to God Eater here. Just gonna wait to see what they do. Yeah, which is awesome. I've got another one coming. It will be Beastmen or Lizardmen that's going here after the DLC. So I will be organising another big one like that. I'm also going to be doing a massive good versus evil, which should be pretty fun. What else have we got coming forward? Yeah, I have some other cool ideas that I've got 1 or 2 that I'm discussing with other people. I think me and Ducky are gonna try and organise something together, and also me and Human Boy have some ideas to come together as well. So we have some really cool stuff to come in the future. So that should be hopefully quite fun. And obviously, if you guys have anything awesome that you do want to send through to the Discord under tournaments, I do have tournament ideas. Feel free to send them in there as well. And yeah. Feel free to send them forward. Thanks, Cora. Appreciate that, buddy. Alright, let's do this. It's going to be the final battle here between these 2. I'm still hoping for the newcomer tournament. Yes, the newcomer tournament should be taking part next week. I'm going to organise that tonight. So the newcomer tournament will work since the beginning of the WWC. If you partook somewhere around there, I'm going to give it sort of like 6 months. So if you've started it within the last 6 months, or like this year, for example, if you started this year, you'll be able to partake in the tournament, which should be quite fun. You could certainly be involved, Cypher. Yeah, you'd be more than welcome to get involved, for sure. And you'd be certainly able to help. I think, help from yourself in Bimington would be quite nice. Fantastic. We'll get it booked. We'll get it booked, gentlemen. Alright, so we're playing on Summer Song. We are going to be having Lizardmen here up against Chaos. Another great duel here. Another really nice, good, fun matchup. Normally favours the Chaos just a little bit, but can be pretty good overall. So we're going to be having 2 units of the Pterodon Riders. One here being the Forks Sentinels. Very good poison and armor sundering rock drops. Pistolodon Solar Engine, 2 of those. No, we're going to have an Engine of the Gods, which is quite interesting. So we're going to have a Pistolodon Solar Engine, Engine of the Gods, and we're going to have Lord Manson Mundi. 3 units of Chameleon Skinks, Saurus Warriors with shields in the front, and the Temple Guards. Red Crested Skink, Cohort Sotex, very good, Unbreakable, also here with a nice Frenzy, and Refuse to Die. Master Mundi here looking fantastic in the front line. We will be having Ruination of Cities, as well as Banishment, Shield of the Old Ones, Apotheosis, Net of Ammontok, Cold-Blooded, Sunburst Standard of Exotul, Greater Arcane Conduit, and the Rolling Skies. Rolling Skies is going to be more helpful here than he knows. Here in the back, we'll be having Marauder Horseman, Looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3 units of Marauder Horsemen, as well as some Chosen. We're also going to be having some more Chosen in the front line. Chaos Marauders, Chosen, Chaos Marauders. And we're going to be having 2 Exalted Heroes and Sathriel, the Ever Watcher. Chosen Halberds as well. So it looks like they have 4 lots of Chosen. Looks like going to be naked here. So Mark of Corn on one, but no Mark of Corn on the other one. Very interesting. Sathriel, the Ever Watcher, will be having Stand or Die, Arcane Conduit, Final Transmutation of Lead. So not final, but just Transmutation of Lead. And a Plague of Rust with Metal Shifting. Very, very good stuff. So I really like the Halberds unit, but Chosen pretty good in general anyway. They'll tear apart pretty much any infantry here in this roster. So this should be very interesting. This is going to be very difficult for the Lizardmen to stop, I think. Just cycle charging here with the dinos is going to need to be done. I know a couple of new players from Newhammer Discord. By all means, buddy, get hold of them. Send them invitations here to the YouTube channel, and also send them invitations towards the Discord. And get them to get on there so they know what's coming forward. Yeah, my son is on a bit of a break. Fresh Recruit League, send some of those guys over as well. So any guys that you know that are new, send them the Discord link, and also send them over on YouTube as well, so they can just check out what's going on here, so they know what to expect from me, and then they also know what to see coming forward on the channel, and then we can get Newhammer going as well. So in the sky, we're going to have some poison here going up against the Exalted Heroes. They do, when they're poisoned 65 speed, so they're not going to catch Pterodon Riders. So 2 units of Pterodon should be perfect here to get the Exalted Heroes. I don't know how that 65 speed is catching. What's that, 90 speed? Yeah, I don't know how they're catching that. I think it's the charge bonus is so high that they are able to swoop in. Marauder Horsemen are going to come in to get those throwing axes. Certainly want to be getting shooting over here. Net of Amantok here, if we can get that and a nice air of effect. Pin down and a banishment going down here would be really, really gorgeous. Looks like here, Engine of the Gods is going to be ready for a nice net and Brr here in the front line. That'd be pretty good. Going to be getting shot in the sky here. These Pterodon Riders must stay alive. You can't be affording to lose those. Net of Amantok there. Banishment here in the pocket would be really nice. Ruination of Cities is going to go down in the pocket as well. Not going to see the animation because it does have some terrain. It can be affected by terrain, unfortunately. With good damage on the Marauder Horseman. Hopefully you can see a banishment in here as well. So that's not going to be coming into fruition. Shots here in the front really hitting the Chaos Marauders quite nicely. As you can see, the Cohort Sotek as well as the Temple Guard are going to come in to aid and fight. Now they're not going to have... oh, no, they don't have magic damage, I don't think, the Temple Guard. I don't think. No, Temple Guard don't, but I think it's just the ROR that does. Which means you do get a lot of magic resistance from Sathriel, but the normal one should do quite well. Should the other one's going down, as you can see here, Mazdamundi is going to be fighting up against Sathriel. Banishment going to come on top of him for the Chosen. Should really help remove some of this Chosen, which should be quite nice. Banishment is going to be going behind him though, which is a bit of a shame. Not going to be coming back. Oh, there we go. Now it's trying to travel in front as well. And it's really going to be doing some good damage here. Oh my god, look at the damage here against the Chosen Halberds. Engine of the Gods is going to come down as well. Oh, this could be a very gorgeous Engine of the Gods. Oh my god, that's a despicable amount of damage. That's some fantastic work there from that Engine of the Gods. Ripping it apart. 3 units of Chosen here as they were trying to chase after the lovely Mazdamundi. Plague of Rust going down on him. Overcast as well for the negative 60 armor. It is going to put him down to a measly 70 there. Sathriel is going to come in for the fight. We do have Chameleon Skates here to aid as well. We are going to have the Precision on Solar Engine shooting in the front here. And over the top we are going to have the Pterodon Riders. A couple of rock drops here on the Chosen could be quite nice. Poison here and help move them out the way. Double Exalted Heroes are going to be fighting up against the Agent of the Gods Stegodon. Big hits coming here from the Precision Solar Engine as well. In the back we still have some Mortal Horse Masters. They are going to be shooting here. They're going to be chasing after the Chameleon Skanks. Probably not something they really should be chasing. They need to be aiding the front line here, especially alongside their Exalted Heroes. Balance of Power are going to be going massively into for Poland's favour. We have lost one. Are we going to lose the second? That is the question. Where is Sathriel, the Ever Watcher? Ever Chicken is going to be in the back. The massive Everduck gets a massive charge here from Lord Mazdamundi. Overcaster Plague of Rust going to go down to really try and help the Chosen fight here up against him. But it looks like here he's going to be standing strong. The Everwatcher is going to be having 697 HP left, as we do see the armor piercing poison for the cohort Sote really going to come through and aid as well. Shield of the Old One's going down, 22% damage resistance, plus that increase to 8 leadership, really going to aid in this matchup here, fighting up against Sarthriel. That is balance of power. Sarthriel is going to be unbroken, and a fantastic finale win here from Mr. For Poland. Really, really good stuff. What we'll do here, just before we finish out, we will be changing the scores. Will be 2-0 here for Mr. For Poland, as I didn't write in, unfortunately, God's score. And let's put in God Eater here as well. So a fantastic finale here between the two of them. Let's see God Eater here. So God Eater is going to have 800 for Sarthriel. It looks like 178, 305 here from the Exalted Heroes, 250, 750 for the Chosen, and 120 from the Chosen Halberds. Really goes out from the front line, 302 from the Marauders, 260, 225, and it looks like 300 from the Last Chosen, with 240 here from the Brutal Horsemen. So really nice stuff there. The Chosen, unfortunately, that was a massive engine of the gods here. Where is that bad boy? There he is. 900 damage value for the Ancient Stegodon. Mazdamundi, 3,700 damage value from him. And Poseidon Solar Engine, 1.2k. 200 from the Saurus Warriors. 502 from the Cohort of Sotek. 300 for the Temple Guard. 875, 900, and 417 for the Chameleon Skinks. With 705, 985 here from the Forks Sentinels. GG's and well played to both players. Thank you very much to everybody that did hang out today. I hope you really did enjoy it. Thank you very much, Parkour, for hanging out. It's really nice to have you here always. I did see your comment. I'm actually going to go get some local honey tomorrow. It's something that I've just been putting off, to be honest. Not enough time. But GG's all round for everybody that played today. Very, very well played. Thank you to everybody that did hang out and watch today. And I do apologise for my nose, and my eyes and my face. I'm really, really struggling today. As I said, guys, if you would like to support in any way, we will be sorting out the newer player tournament as well. So I'll be organising that with Zypher and probably Diblington, and we'll be stepping that forward in the future. So thank you very much for all of you. Thank you very much to everybody that played. If you would like to support the channel, please feel free to leave a like. It really would spread out the stream. It'll also spread out my channel, as so will subscriptions here will support me towards that 1,000 subscribers for more content for you guys as well. So take care of yourselves during these times, and I'll see you very, very soon, i.e. tomorrow. So take care of yourselves.